What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and to episode 31 of Let's Play 2001Scape. I'm Twinrova, and this is my Ironman 2001Scape account, Theoin. In the last episode, we grinded our way up to 22,717 gold pieces on our way to 40k. We're heading towards 4040. We need 40,040 gold pieces to purchase the adamant plate body, and at which point we'll have a kit of full adamant armor, and that is the goal in today's session. We have been, for several episodes now, grinding slowly but surely towards full adamant armor. We've been grinding out steel swords, specifically, is what we've been working on. Yeah, we've been mining coal, we've been mining iron, smithing bars of steel, smelting it. Woo, what's up, Personius? How are you? And awesome, it looks like the chat is showing up. That is excellent. How are you, Personius? Thanks for jumping in. Today we're going to continue that grind. And the question is, can we make 18,000 gold right here, right now, in this stream? Can we do it? That is the plan. We would need roughly 17 trips around the circle to make it happen. I think we can do it. I don't know about you. I think that we can, in this stream, hit 40k. We'll see how it goes. As soon as we hit 40k, we can head into the Champions Guild. Oh, we don't actually have to hit 40k. I forgot. We're gonna sell the chain body. We're wearing a mithril chainmail body, so it's actually not even as much as I thought. Okay, I'm trying to remember how much coal. Every time I jump back in, I kind of forget my setup. We're good. Heard Slayer Music 1 is playing at 2001Scape now. Oh my gosh, I actually don't. Is that another YouTuber? Slayer Music 1 makes me think that it's probably an old school player. That would be my guess. I'm actually not familiar with that player. I'm gonna have to check them out. Yeah, I'm trying to think of my ratio. Did I need what, like 6 iron or something for 18 coal? Is that what the plan was? 5, 10, maybe it was 12. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. I'm already blanking on my coal to iron ratio. I feel like I had 1 extra coal here, so I'm thinking it's maybe 2 to 1. 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. Yo, what's up, In? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Today we are grinding out the gold needed for an adamant plate body. Oh, it's 12. It's 3 times around the horn. That's what it is. That's exactly how many we need. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Only 1 more is needed. Is that right? 5. And so it must be, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I've been doing 6 iron and 12 coal. Yeah, welcome. Thanks so much for hanging out. So I'll actually go until there's 6 slots left. I forgot I have an extra space in my inventory now. If you are new to 2001Scape, it's kind of like an ultimate mode. The only thing that you can use the bank for is gold, right? And I've actually taken all of my gold out of the bank to make this more interesting, to make it the full ultimate experience. I also updated the herb calculator to include banked herb calculations to show banked XP. I know that doesn't matter here though. Oh, that's cool. On the classic server, on the let's see, Yeah, like on preservation or uranium or something. Yeah, there's no Herblaw over here on 2001Scape. That's really cool though, Personius. Yeah, so the first thing that we did on this account was this blue cape. We finished all quests in the game. Yeah, you actually can't see quests here. I have max influence, wherever that is, 22. Yeah, so as of, I think it's May of 2001 is when the server's locked. There were 15 quests. The first goal on this account was to complete all of them. And in doing that, you get access to the Champions Guild into this epic blue cape. So that was the first goal. The next goal is full adamant armor. We basically want the best gear in the game other than the adamant kite shield, which we'd have to smith ourselves. That would take forever. And what was the other thing that we can't get? Oh, it's the adamant two-handed sword, right? Yeah, the adamant two-hander we don't have access to. So, yeah, we're missing the adamant plate body. So the plan today is to earn enough gold to purchase from the Champions Guild the plate body. Then we need to go, if we're going to get a better shield, we're not going to, yeah, we still have an iron kite shield. That's hilarious. We're not going to be able to get an adamant shield without smithing it ourselves, but you can get a mithril square shield as a drop from ice giants, which just so happened to be the strongest attackable creature on the server. So I guess the next couple goals would be full adamant gear, I guess, except for the shield, and then going after a mithril square shield from the ice giant, which would have it would give us the benefit of both killing the strongest creature in the game, right? So there's a goal to hit, and acquiring the best shield. Oh, websites get blocked from chat. I've told you about my RSC calc site though, right? I actually don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. And I would love to check it out. Maybe is it to see how many actions that you need to take, right, before hitting a level? Because that would be pretty cool. And feel free, I don't know, I think you have my Discord. My name's Twinrova on Discord, so if you can't send a link here, totally feel free to shoot me a message on Discord, or even comment on the video, right? Like if you leave a traditional comment, I think you can embed links in comments. I'm not... spinachroll.com. Okay, cool. Let's check that out. Let's see over here. Spinach roll. Oh, I'm typing that into the chat. Watch me get like trolled or something heading to this. Oh, whoa, I'm getting like a intro animation. That's pretty sick. I might have to show this. Oh my gosh. Christoph's calculators. Nice, this is really cool. Yeah, let's see if I can jump over to that, because that was pretty entertaining, honestly. Okay, let me go to the stream. Let's set up the screen capture. Let's configure that. Oh, it's a literal screen capture. Okay, so we'll switch over to the screen capture instead of the game capture. Oh, no, not working. We need a window, that's what it is. Yeah. Add source. We can do this. We can do this pretty quick, I think. Window capture, yep. And we're going to point this at spinach roll. Nice. Okay. Y'all should see spinach roll now in the stream. I'm going to refresh because it's got a really kind of fun... Oh, I need to go. I guess I need to go again. Let's go like, just here we go. Okay, here's the good stuff. Look at that freaking animation. Yeah, and it takes us to the home page. It looks like there's a combat calculator, skill calculators. Champions Guild, and some extras. That's really cool. Baller, looks like you've got different skill calculators on the side. It looks like this is all targeting classic, at least from the art, right? That's what it makes it look like. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Sick. Okay. Oh, let me, I guess let me hide the game. Okay. Didn't really hide it, but hopefully it's not the biggest deal. Okay, sweet. All right, we're back to it. Yeah, that was Spinitrol. Christoph, or Personius K in the chat. Their skill calculating website. Very, very cool. Good stuff. All right, we are smelting steel bars. Let's get it. Smelting steel bars so that we can smith steel swords and sell them for big loot here in 2001Scape. I almost want to go just like sell my upper body armor just to have the gold and see the difference, because I've already forgotten how much it's worth, and I want to know exactly how far away I am from that sweet 40,040 GP mark. Yes, it's all RSC. Sources for code and calcs are either the Open RSC, GitLab, or some other old site that had info. Very, very nice. That's really cool. Yeah, I had no idea that you had a calculator site, but I'm honestly not surprised to hear that. And it looks really cool. I think the art is pretty fitting there as well. Is the Spinitrol the thing that you get from Al Kharid? Is there a guy in Al Kharid that can give you a Spinitrol? I'm trying to remember where that comes from. It's a funny name for the site, that's for sure. Will Hazy, it goes up and down. We had at one point like more than 20 people online. It looks like there were 3 people signed on when I joined today. So it goes up and down. I noticed that if people are streaming more, then more people jump on and play. It kind of rides waves where everyone starts getting on and playing for a bit, and then they kind of back off of it. So yeah, there's a pretty active core group, and actually the high scorers, there are people actually trying to get 99s in this game, which is wild. Let's see. Let's actually go over to the high scores and see how that is going. If I head over to rc.vet, I'm not taking the fast path. Sorry about that. While I'm thinking, let's go to 2001Scape. Cake right now is number 1 with a total level of 1,061. And you got to think about the reduced number of skills here. Okay, let's make some short swords. We're doing all short swords, trying to optimize gold pieces rather than time versus XP. 6 steel short swords. If I remember right, it's around 1100k. 1100, not k. That'd be so much money. 1100 GP for 1 inventory of short swords. And whoops. Now, Hazy, I should say, the Open RuneScape Classic team that created this 2001Scape server, their primary server is called Preservation, and it always has dozens and dozens of people. I mean, like probably near 100. Let's see how many are playing right this second. Yeah, so right now there's 42 people online on the Preservation server, which is 2003Scape in that case. It's RuneScape Classic as it was before the servers went down, is my understanding of the goals of the Preservation server. All right, here we go. 23,836 gold pieces. Count them. Let's go. Yeah, I might just sell the top. How much is that going to hurt us if we get ambushed? Our armor is 62 without and 89 with. That is a huge, huge difference. I think it was like 1,600 GP Yeah, I think it's only going to save us like one trip, so maybe I'll wait a while before doing that just in case I get ambushed. In case you're not aware, this is an open PvP server, so I could get jumped by anyone playing at any time. The Zezima of, is it a replica of RC or something? 1-to-1. So, okay, the Preservation server is a replica of RuneScape Classic 1-to-1. That is their mission, to make it the most authentic Classic experience possible. That's kind of the goal. This specifically is supposed to be a replica of May of 2001. So RuneScape Classic is 2003 is the time period it's based off of. This is based off of 2001. So there's all kinds of changes. There's only 15 quests. You have good magic and evil magic at this point. The combat level calculation is all different. It doesn't even take range into account. So a funny thing is you can kind of cheat the PvP system on here by going for 99 ranged. You'll like, I think it's only your melee stats that contribute to your combat level. So like you can be the same melee stats as someone in PvP with them, but you could have like a 99 range and just kind of mow them down with ranged attacks, which is crazy. So yeah, there's a lot. The Zezima of RuneScape Classic, if you're talking about Preservation server, it's different than 2001Scape. But on this server right now, that person is Cake. But there's also Brown is... I can't remember if I actually acquired this or not. Let's see. Probably not. Brown and Cake both have over 1,000 total level in 2001Scape. Koopa is in third place at total level 939. Yeah, Diggs has 873. So really it's Cake and Brown. And you'll see Brown over by the stone circle by Delrith, just farming that aggro. There we go. There's a coal. Farming aggro on the evil wizards to keep gaining combat XP. Yeah, Brown had the level. Hey, mining level 43. Let's freaking go. Wow. Out in front. Let's see. What is that? What would that put me at? On the mining high scores, you need to be 53 to be in the top on the front page. Front page is the top 21 accounts. And yeah, 53 for the front page. We are at, let's see, 43 will put us on the fourth page for mining. Yeah, Theoin is rank 64 in mining right now. Overall on the server. Not overall, in mining. Yeah, let's go. Okay, and then our total level right now. Let's see if we can find us. Twin Rova, my main account, is number 70 on the high scores. And this account, so Twin Rova is not an Ultimate Ironman. Really, I wouldn't even care to trade on Twin Rova. I've treated him as an Ironman so far. But now that I have an Ultimate Ironman in Theoin, I'm not super worried about being strict with Twin Rova. But yeah, Twin Rova's total level 320, rank 70 on the server. In Theoin, this account right now, this Ultimate Ironman, total level 313, rank 73. So I remember we were trying to push to be in the top 75 accounts. That was a goal that we set. Man, I'm probably just like not being efficient at clicking because I'm reading something else, but I feel like it's taken me forever to get this coal right now, and I just got a mining level. So something that you'll notice too, I haven't been looking at the chat. Let's see if anyone said anything else. 2001Scape could be tens of people. Preservation has been up to 170 that I've seen concurrent. Yeah, I've seen over 100. Explain to them what 2000Scape is in comparison to RSC as a whole. Yeah, it's so the world is so much smaller. So this entire world goes over like to the wall. Okay, so on the west side, we only go over to like the Goblin Village. Sweet, we got some coal. the wall that would separate like Falador and the Goblin Village from Taverley and blanking the other one over by Taverley. It's the place where the trolls are in RuneScape 3, whatever. That wall, that's the western barrier of the world. In the east, you do actually have Al-Kharid, but that's it. And then to the north, we don't even have the wilderness. Yeah, it just kind of ends. To the east, it ends with Varrock, right? You can't even go out the. I say east. That's actually. Yeah, it's east. The eastern gate of Varrock does not exist. Like, you can't walk through it. It's just a wall. The southeast Varrock mine, that's right next to the edge of the world. The whole world is so small. What's your favorite thing about RuneScape Classic? Honestly, I really enjoy that there's no grand exchange. I love that if you play on an account that is not like an Ironman or something, then you have to actually go find people and trade and barter. And that's pretty cool. I love small MMOs. I know that's kind of weird. I think of them just, instead of an MMORPG, like just an ORPG. Just like an online role-playing game that's persistent and you've got a community of people. Like, when you can actually know the names of the people playing the game, so you can have like a social relationship with the people that are playing and have to work with them to trade and, accomplish things. That, I think, is my favorite part about the current version, the way that RuneScape Classic is right now. Obviously, it was way more populous before, and that wasn't the case. It's still cool having to actually interact with other players. I watched a very long essay on why RuneScape is such a popular game, and a really big kind of perk for RuneScape is that it's almost like playing solo together. Like, when you play old school RuneScape or RuneScape 3, like, most of the time you're just playing the game, and even here you're just playing the game solo with other people, and that can be pretty fun. But it's also cool to have some not forced interaction with others, like through trade and whatnot. You can go and acquire everything yourself, or you can work with someone else to get things done more quickly, more efficiently. I don't know. Also, the heavy clicking that keeps other people away from it, it's kind of like a challenge for me. I'm going to dual screen on mobile and thieve some bloods on preservation. I'll come chat once in a while. Nice. Sounds like a plan. Hope you have a fun time thieving. Thanks for being in the stream, Personius. Personius always, like, he's been commenting on my stuff since, I think I didn't even have 100 subscribers, and you were commenting on all of my classic videos. Just so cool. Yeah, there's a lot of differences. Obviously, there's so few skills. We have Pray Good and Pray Evil. You can see I actually have a Good Magic and Evil Magic interface here, and Evil Magic only goes to level 12 as far as new spells. Good Magic only goes to level 14. Another huge perk to 2001Scape specifically is that the open world PvP is pretty cool. I appreciate that so very much. That's very kind of you to say. Appreciate that so much, Personius. Christoph, I should say. Yeah, I had, if you jump back to some older videos, I actually have a compilation if you're interested on Lappy is a character that like chased me around for a while and was trying to find me and kill me. The open world PvP is pretty cool. You don't have to go to the wilderness for PvP. Literally in the streets of Varrock. Like, I'm streaming right now. You could jump on if you had an account in my combat range and try to kill me for my almost 24k gold that I'm just carrying on me. Oh, where am I going? I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I need to be going south to Lumbridge or to Al-Kharid for smelting. That should be the next step. I'm so stoked for full adamant. I know we've been going all over the place, and I really appreciate your questions. Kind of makes the stream easier to be answering questions. It's like I don't have to think about what to talk about. It's just, hey, you had a great question. Other account goals, I remember you asked that earlier. After killing the strongest creature in the game, getting the best gear, I want to go explore all of the dungeons. So like the Edgeville dungeon, I want to go all the way through that. It sounds like there's like a key that you can get to unlock a different area. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but there's some interesting mechanic in the Edgeville dungeon. Also the Varrock sewers and the Asgardian ice dungeon. All of those I'll go and just explore. Push that all the way to the end. Push towards the end of each dungeon, which will be fun. And then, yeah, after that, actually, I'm debating. So there's a set of tasks that a community member named Alder kind of put together, and it's a bunch of challenges in 2001Scape. So I might get his, I might take his list and see what kind of funny things it has you do. It's almost like the task system in RuneScape 3 that he's put together. He's got a checklist. I'll probably link that in the video descriptions once I start doing that. So that's something else we could do with the account. But for the long haul, I'm thinking that being able to smith the adamant kite shield might be a good, like, long-term goal. It would take quite a while. Our smithing is 38. Obviously, climbing the high scores is something that we can do. I want to be on the front page of the high scores, but I think that's going to happen. Like, I think that'll just happen naturally as I keep playing and chasing these goals. We're already in the top 75 accounts in all of 2001Scape, which is pretty cool. And there are quite a few accounts for it being a small server. Yeah, trying to hit the top 100 was fun. Now we're in the top 75, so we could push towards the top 50. Let's see what overall level do we need to be in the top 50? Oh wow, Lappy is in the top 50. That is not a surprise. The account number 50 is Xanax. That's funny. Total level 405. Okay, and we are at 313, so we need roughly 90-ish, a little less than 90 levels to hit the top 50 accounts. So that would be pretty cool. That would require improvements kind of across the board. We could spend, like, for instance, just a day woodcutting and fire making and get so many levels. We have some skills that are very low, which should make it easy to kind of grind. Yeah, a difference in 2001Scape, between 2001Scape and even Classic or 2003, is that you actually have to click way more. So for instance, like mining in Preservation in RuneScape Classic, you click on a pick, you click on a rock, and with a better pick, you only have to... Actually, in Classic, I think you just click on a rock. You just click on the rock and you start mining it. And if you have a better pickaxe, you might even get multiple mining attempts out of one click. So like maybe with a rune pickaxe, you get 4 mining attempts or something. Something like that, right? In 2001Scape, you have to open your inventory, click on the pickaxe, and then click on the rock. You have to do that for every single mining attempt, which is just like so much more of a grind. There's all kinds of little quality of life things that aren't present in 2001Scape that makes the barrier to entry a little higher, and it makes the grind a little harder, but then it feels cool when you overcome those challenges and still complete your goals. Fun stuff. Unfortunately, there's no like real high level creature in the game other than the ice giant, but they are scary. We've been KO'd exactly one time in the series, and it was an ice giant that killed us, so they are forced to be reckoned with, and it'll take some doing to get to the point where we can safely kill ice giants to try to farm a mithril kite shield. We're going to have to work on our combat stats a little bit. But it's definitely going to help having full adamant armor. And it's going to suck risking that armor that we're taking so long to save up the money for. Like, imagine dying and dropping all your stuff after spending hours and hours and hours trying to grind out the 40,000 gold just for the adamant plate body. Seeing if we grinded smithing far enough, we could just make a plate body. But that is a long, slow grind. We'll be way higher than episode 31 before we get there. All right, 24,955 gold pieces. Count them. We are well on our way to 30K. We are after 40K GP today. 40,040 gold is the goal. That is what we're after. Because at the 40K mark, we can purchase the adamant plate body. And we'll have a full kit of adamant armor. With the blue cape, it's going to be sick. That is SwagScape for 2001. That is the fashion scape. Almost the best gear in the game. So yeah, obviously we have to grind until we get the best gear in the game. Obviously it's going to have to happen. We're going to have to take that long, slow mining, smithing grind. And at that point, we won't be optimizing money. We'll be optimizing for XP. So we might shift up and start mining and smithing like mithril or adamant. I'm not sure what's going to give us the best XP per hour, but we can figure that out. We can start tracking. Actually, do we even have a way to see what our actual XP is? I don't think we really can. Like, yeah, there's no way to see what your XP actually is. I don't think. Maybe there's a command or something for it. Pretty sure on the preservation server, if you use the RC Plus client, you can see what your XP is, how much XP you're receiving per action. You can see how long you have to go before hitting the next level, which is really psychologically beneficial for me. Like, I really like seeing a bar slowly fill up. Yeah, that's super helpful for me. So if you're not using like I don't know if there is an updated client for 2001Scape yet. I don't know if you can use the client upgrades. I don't know. If you're aware of that, if you know that that's possible, I would love to know. It'd be cool to be able to see those things, but without access to what your XP is, it would be hard to calculate XP per hour, really. And it's way harder to like go on the grind, I feel like, if you can't actually see your progress. I don't know. I feel like it makes it even harder to play 2001Scape because you don't know whether you're an hour away from your goal or 10 hours away from your goal when it comes to tracking XP. Now, gold pieces, it's a totally different story. I can see I am making 1100 GP per trip, and when I'm moving quickly, I'm accomplishing a trip in roughly, I don't know, about 10 minutes. Maybe I'm getting 5 or 6 trips in an hour, right? So that's something like 5,500 to 6,600 GP per hour, which makes me think that we've got about 2.5 hours left of a grind, but a little less because we can sell the mithril chain body. Only need one more coal. Yeah, we might do that closer to the 35k mark here. Yeah, I was expecting a roughly 3-hour grind. Roughly. To hit 40k gold, but it is going to be so sweet finally having that gear. And there are other ways to make money, but I like that I'm gaining mining and smithing XP while doing this. 43 mining and 38 smithing, that's pretty cool. We're only 10 mining levels away from the front page, which is awesome. Actually, we need to be going this way. I need to be paying attention. If I want to actually get this done in, 2.5 hours, I need to focus on my pathing. Yeah, we're going to try to pick it up. Let's hone in on the route. Yeah, and we had another path that was maybe about equal going over to Remington. I don't remember, did we decide that this path was just a little faster? I can't remember. It would be going to Remington for the iron, going to Barb Village for the coal, smelting in Falador, smithing at Doric's anvils. But then you have to go over to Varrock to sell the swords to get top dollar for them. Yeah. But then you can come right back and start doing coal in Barbarian Village. So you go over to the Barbarian Village, you get your coal, you push all the way on to Remington, right, and get your iron. You come back, you hit... Yeah, I don't think that's a bad path. Maybe we do switch it up just to do something a little different while still making money, still grinding the mining and smithing XP. It's not a bad idea, just to vary it up. I don't know if it's faster or slower. I guess we could see how much faster or slower it feels. One more iron, and we're off to the races. Here we go. Cool. Wow, we're going to be past the 25,000 mark. And in fact, with 1,100 gold, this actually should be that fun moment where we cross two K marks at once. We'll cross the 25 and we'll get to 26,000 gold pieces in this load. That's only going to be 14k away from the total. Again, not counting the sellback cost of the mithril chainmail body. Yeah, we are on our way. We're on our way, and then we will kind of change things up and go after some combat goals for a while. Yeah, we quested forever, and now we've been skilling for a few episodes in a row. So we'll mix things up, and maybe we'll go dungeon delving first to gain combat XP to prep us for trying to kill an ice giant. The strongest attackable creature in the game. I had this random idea one day, and this might sound just like nuts, but I wanted to take the 2001Scape code and to this might seem kind of funny. I wanted to try to play with the idea of having events that you have to interact with as a player to prevent from getting worse. And so the idea was to have an ice giant faction, because this is the strongest creature in the game. I was trying to think, okay, how do you make the world more dangerous without having a lot of players? Obviously open world PvP is dangerous, but if there's not a lot of people online, like right now, I'm not really scared unless one of you are going to jump on, train up an account real quick and come after me. I'm probably okay as long as Lappy doesn't see this, because then Lappy will definitely come and kill me. He'll probably wait right until I get to the 39k gold mark for doing it. How do you download their client? Oh yeah, let me. Do I have it? Do I have that on my channel? Let me go find a link for you. Really, you go to rsc.vet. I'll put this in the chat. It's a Java client, so you have to have Java available. They have a web browser for Classic, but they don't have a... Do they have a web browser for 2001? Let's see. They do have a web client. Cool. Okay. I'm going to send you this link in the chat. It's rsc.vet. Go to this page, and you can click on the name of the server. There's Preservation, which is 2003. That's RuneScape Classic. Then there's 2001Scape, which is what I'm playing right now. I should say Preservation has a good mobile client. If you want to play on your phone, there's honestly a really good client. I play on Android. I don't know how it is for iPhone, but I hear it's fine. So if you're playing on mobile, that is definitely a choice. 2001Scape, as far as I'm aware, there is not currently a mobile client. I think that it's in the works, but that kind of thing takes time, so I wouldn't expect it to happen soon. Now, I'm kind of out of... I'm not up to date on the latest and greatest in 2001Scape, like tech improvements, so it could be further along than I'm aware. I might just not know. Okay. In my mining, in the Remington path, would you even need to go to Dorks to smelt? Could you not, or smith? Could you not just smith right here next to the swords like usual? Yeah, that might cut even more time off. I didn't think about that. Do you only play 2001Scape, or do you also play Preservation? I totally play Preservation also. I have my longest running series on this channel is actually a Preservation series. 26,074 gold pieces, count them, on our way to 40k. Yeah, I started playing an Ironman account, trying to complete all the quests in Classic a long time ago, and I've been slowly working my way through all of the quests in the game. I got really distracted by 2001Scape. I kind of dropped the Preservation series temporarily. I'm going to come back to it to play 2001 first. Yeah. Now I actually play. If you add me Twinrova, if you add Twinrova to either server, you'll see that I do jump online and just play offline, like not streaming. From time to time as well. And so, like, even though I'm focusing on 2001Scape for my YouTube channel, I'm playing both Preservation and 2001 with my offline accounts. So yeah, all the versions are great. Yeah, Preservation is such a it's a sweet spot. Preservation is so great because you have 50 quests. It really feels like a full game. Like, this is obviously like a game. This is like an early access RuneScape. Like, they launched it, they were adding on to it, they had big ideas for it. They had not got everything into the game yet. So this server is charming because you can kind of see directions they might have gone in, like good magic, evil magic. Oh, if you're not aware, you pick a class. When you create a character, there's a whole class that you pick. And all it does is it gives you a few levels to start with. Like, maybe you start with level 2 attack instead of 1. But they had the idea of classes early on in the game. So very different. It just highlights things that the Gower brothers and the other developers at RuneScape were thinking of at that time period. But Preservation is a sweet spot because it has 50 quests, because the world is so much larger. Like, you've got Kandarin, right? Like, you've got Ardoon and stuff. You've got the wilderness. You also have real boss fights. Like, it is a real goal, like a real bossing goal, to take on the King Black Dragon in RuneScape Classic. Yo, how are you? Yeah, I see that we can't attack each other. RTX 2070. Nice name. Oh my gosh. Thanks for watching. It's funny to type to you and speak to you at the same time if you're watching the stream. That's pretty funny. Oh, King Prydinia. Hey. Oh my gosh. That's a cool name for your account, King. I see. Oh, you said, hey, didn't realize you were streaming. Yeah, I didn't even know I was going to be streaming today. I've been traveling for the past 3 weeks. Came home and I've been working on my house. Had some issues that I fixed. And yeah, I've been kind of getting back into gaming and stuff. Todd says, oh my gosh, thank you much. That's why I hadn't been able to download it. I play RSCP on Android a lot. Hey, this is Skulltrocity. Oh, hey, what's up? How's it going? Skulltrocity. I wonder, do I have you added in here? Are you? My gosh, all these names. This is so cool. All the people that we've met along the way. What's up, Skulltrocity? Welcome to the stream. Today we are... Mostly Prydinia is a fictional kingdom that you made up. That's pretty cool. Like for role-playing or for a book? What spurred you to Prydinia? Yeah, that's how I imagined it. Not much. I am just grinding out steel swords. Oh, thanks, Personius. I appreciate that. Thanks, Christoph. Definitely appreciate that. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. It's fun seeing all of the chat coming in. Skulltrocity is fresh off of the tutorial island for role playing. Yeah, that's cool. What game? Like D&D? No game? Yeah, just for fun doing it. What's up, Jason? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Ira Bowman? Welcome to the stream. JJ, you're only on preservation. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna take a step back so that you can catch up with me. That's so cool. Have you ever heard of Mythic? Yeah, Mythic is a it's a solo. It's a universal solo RPG. How much longer till the big 40K? It's looking like about 2.5 hours. Yeah, left. So for anyone just joining, right now what I'm doing is I'm mining coal and iron. Yeah. Mining coal and iron, I am smelting steel bars, smithing steel swords, selling them in Varrock. This is all for money. This is a way to make... I'm making 1,100 gold per trip, and I'm trying to save up 40 gold pieces for an adamant plate body. I'm really close to having the best gear currently available to me in the game, right? And what I mean is that, like, I can't smith this stuff. It's going to take a long time before I can smith anything, but as far as things you can buy from shops or get as drops from monsters, I've almost got the best that there is in the game. I'm missing the adamant plate body, and I'm missing the mithril square shield. And so right now, I'm working towards 40k gold. You can buy an adamant plate body from the Champions Guild for that much. And it has taken hours of grinding. And then after that, I'm going to head to the Asgarnian Ice Dungeon. I'm actually going to prep for that we need to kill ice giants until they drop a mithril square shield. And at that point, I will have the best gear in the game that I can obtain, unless I were to train my smithing for an adamant kite shield. Yeah, later on. How do you enjoy 2001Scape? I actually really love 2001Scape. I didn't know I was going to like it so much. I think the thing... Oh, I guess something I didn't mention earlier, that's a difference. I cannot remember which one of these is iron, honestly. I think it's these two. We'll see if this is the iron or not. Yep, there's the iron. There's no bank, where the bank only stores gold pieces. You can't store items. So it forced me to play Ultimate Ironman. Like, the whole server is basically Ultimate Ironman. If you want to be an Ultimate, all you have to do is take your gold out of your bank, because that's all they can keep for you. And so, yeah, really what kind of hooked me is how interesting it is to have to drop stuff that you would stash in your bank. Like if you want your whole inventory to be used for like skilling in one skill, you've got to drop your stuff for the other skill. You know, having to balance, like when I had Lappy chasing me, doing like open world PvP more, I have to keep this pie in my inventory just in case one of you jokesters decides to come online, come find me and try to kill me. I need to have food in my inventory to survive the combat to a safe zone. Oh my gosh, I found an emerald. That's why I have this. I just realized this is why I have that extra slot. Yeah, I need one more iron. That's right. Yeah, so that's a big thing that kind of keeps me in 2001, is this juggling inventory challenge. And so I'm very likely going to try Ultimate Ironman on other servers once I am have reached the peak of 2001Scape, once I've conquered the mountains, so to speak, not counting like max or something like that, which would just take an ungodly amount of time. I'll probably go like back to RuneScape Preservation, RuneScape Classic, right? And maybe try out an Ultimate Ironman there would be fun. I saw on the global chat, so I came. So glad I did. Yeah, definitely thanks for shouting me out, Pridenia, or RTX 2070, I should say. Appreciate that, and glad that you're here, Todd. I need to do quests so I can do Dragon Slayer. Yeah, for sure. Dragon Slayer is an epic one. Now, Dragon Slayer is actually not in this game. Yeah, no Dragon Slayer in 2001Scape, which is interesting. If you're wondering why I'm kind of like all over the place with my path here, I've been doing the circle around Varrock with the Southeast Varrock mine just to mix things up. I'm switching it up and taking the Remington path. So, Emerald though, we have some Ironman on Preservation. Yeah, yeah. I remember I actually watched. What is his name? Dang. Beast Fable. I watched Beast Fable play Ultimate Ironman on Preservation. That was actually one of the things that got me into streaming Classic. Cabbage has official Ultimate Ironman support. Now that's pretty epic. Wow, might have to make some Cabbage videos too. It's been fun. So I was jumping around from server to server. If you go on my channel, you'll find like an episode 1, 2, and 3 of a bunch of different servers, because they're all so fun. Like, all the servers are so shiny and you want to go like level up in all of them. But then I came back to 2001 because I wanted to finish something. Like, I started a lot of things. I wanted to finish something. And so this blue cape, like, I'm proud of it. Every second of this character's life since this character was created is on YouTube from start to blue cape, and that's pretty epic. It feels cool to be able to go back and watch the entire journey over again. And so now, just kind of pressing forward with this one account has been fun, but I do plan to kind of broaden out and play other servers as well. I want to do an Ironman on Preservation. You have a hardcore over on Cabbage. Yeah, that would be very cool. But Cabbage has no fatigue, is faster, and is batched. It's easy scaped. Yeah, it's a different game. Yeah, Cabbage has a number of quality of life. And for anyone that's here watching that doesn't know the difference, we've got 2000. Well, really, the core game is Preservation, which is RuneScape Classic. We've got Cabbage, which is Preservation plus, it's Classic plus a number of quality of life updates. I think there might even be more skills. It's a totally different game. It's Classic with custom content, and it's really cool. Then we have 2001Scape, which is like a May of 2001 RuneScape. We also have, can't forget, Uranium. Uranium is Classic for botters, to get people off of botting in the normal world, which I know some people still do. It's so silly to me when people want to bot on a human world when there's actually a world dedicated to botting. But Uranium is a server specifically for people that would like to bot. And I think that there's maybe a server that's like Cabbage, but for botters as well. Maybe it's called Kale. Is that, am I wrong about that? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But it is very humorous to me, the idea of worlds for botters. And I thought it would be fun to make a video series like trying to play manual on the botting server. I thought that would be pretty funny. Even just to kind of go around and see what's happening. Make no mistake, it's still a grind, and the faster tick rate can make some things actually harder. Yeah, botting ruins it. For sure, yeah, botting in general just like devalues the effort of people that play manually. But it is I just thought it was a smart idea and a fun idea, instead of just saying, hey, don't bot, to people that want to bot, saying, okay, here is a legal pathway for you to bot. Right? Like, you don't have to just not have any options if you want to be a botting player. Maybe you want to idle RuneScape. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that other than the fact that it devalues other players' work. So having a server that's dedicated to you, that's pretty cool. Whoever had that idea, I think that was a great call by the RSC Preservation staff. All right, 27,213 gold pieces, count them, on our way to 40K. 40,000, 40 gold is the goal. Let's freaking go. Coleslaw is the botting version of Cabbage. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe Kale is the, maybe that name is for a future custom 2001Scape server. That might be what I'm thinking of right now. Yeah, I bet so. I bet that's what that is. Epic, we are closing in on the 30K mark. Well, maybe since we're running back and forth in Falador, maybe I should go ahead and sell the chain body just to commit to hitting 40K right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so stoked. I really am. Is there anything else I can sell? I'd like to say I had a part in making botting servers when I was staff. Yeah, very, very nice. That is epic. I mean, it really... Because the thing is, people are going to bot. Like, you're going to figure out how to remove their current botting software. You're going to detect it, and they're just going to make it more advanced, you know, change it up. It's like I'm not going to say it's an unwinnable fight. It's worth fighting. But if you can give them what they want in a way that doesn't devalue the community, then it's like... Seems to be a superior choice to me. JJ, right now, or I should say Skulltrocity. Wait, is that the same? Yeah, yep, Skulltrocity. Right now, it looks like there's like 5 or less people playing regularly on the server. There have been times where it's been up to the 20s. I think maybe at certain times of the week, it gets up to around 20. Christoph earlier mentioned that it can get up to around 20. So not really that many. I remember when when I first started this series and it was kind of picking up steam, people started joining and we had regularly more than 10 people playing, which you got to think for this small world, one server, right, with open PvP, that was, I mean, you saw people in Varrock, you saw people in Falador, like you go around to the major cities and you'd see people just kind of hanging around. So it was enough, I think. Like, it was a pretty good amount of people, but it's not like Preservation where you've got, you know, like Christoph said, maybe nearly 200 people online at peak times. Wow, you've been playing for over an hour. And we've got more to go. Preservation is a great server, especially if you're going for longevity and like community. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's the core experience. You've got just enough of the quality of life improvements that it's not so grindy like 2001. You've got way more content, more skills, more quests. Like, I finished all of the quests in the game by episode 27 of my series, I believe. Taking my time, like taking my sweet time, not using guides, like over leveling for combat situations and stuff. And you wouldn't have been able to do that in Classic. Like, a Classic series getting to all 50 quests, if you're doing it like me where you're recording every moment painstakingly, that's easily a 100 plus episode endeavor. I mean, of course it depends on how long your episodes are, but for me, like, Preservation has so much more content. But they're different games. Cabbage is a bit too fast-paced for me, but others may like the pace better. You know, something that I've noticed, of course it's your preference. The pace is your preference. But RuneScape has usually been a game about setting challenges and meeting those challenges, right? Like, you set a goal and you try to attain the goal. Like, that's basically RuneScape. And it feels good. You achieve your goal. You feel epic. You know, you pat yourself on the back. Other people pat you on the back. And then you set your next goal and you move on. If you think of RuneScape like that, the pace is almost irrelevant, which is why I can have equal fun on 2001Scape as I can on, like, you know, something like Cabbage that's faster, or RuneScape 3, which I really enjoy RuneScape 3 as well. Because no matter what the pace is, you still have goals to chase. The goals just change. Like, in 2001Scape, getting full adamant is a massive goal. Like, it's going to take me, it's taken me forever to get to this point where I'm going to have a full set of adamant. But in RuneScape 3, that would not be too meaningful of a goal, because maybe in 2 days I could create an account, grind mining and smithing for a day or two, and boom, I bet in 1 day I could have full adamant armor in RuneScape 3, maybe 2 days. But that doesn't mean the game is worse. I mean, obviously, like, people like one or the other, but the pacing of it is not what makes the game worse, because in that case, you just set a further out goal. You set a more challenging goal. And in RuneScape 3, the amount of content compared to 2001 is like an ocean compared to a bucket, right? Like, there's so much more to do. So, yeah, like, if I'm playing 2001, I set a shorter goal. If I'm playing old school, I set a longer goal. Cabbage, I would set a goal of, you know, further away, because you've got help hitting the short-term milestones, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think what will mess you up is if you have your expectations tuned to one server and then you go to another server expecting to play the same way and to feel the same feelings with the same goals. You probably will need to change the goals that you're going after based on the pace of the game. Does the client help with the quests, or do you need the wiki? I think you need, in this, you definitely need the wiki. If you want step-by-step guides and quests, you'll definitely want to go with the wiki. But you can really look at the classic Preservation, like the normal RSC wiki, will probably have the quests almost identical to what they're like in 2001, if you were going to play on the 2001 server. I don't think the quests are very different. I've played all of the original 15 quests on both servers, And yeah, I don't think there are many significant differences between the two. I got level 40 combat, legend on preservation, lowest in the game at this time. Oh yeah, I remember that, Christoph. I remember you actually said that you purposely didn't optimize something so that someone else could find that optimization and take the title, right? Like trying to leave it open for someone else to come and beat your speed record. Level 40 combat with legend. Quests are the same on O2 and RSCP. Yeah. Yeah, O1. That's what I was thinking. I didn't know if they were 100% identical, but yeah, so that would tell you that, Todd, the quest guides for Classic would work in preservation. Now, I don't think any client actually for Classic embeds quest help inside the client. I think you typically need to go look at the wiki or figure it out on your own. And for me, part of the thing that's made my progress slow is that I have intentionally not used any guide or the wiki for any quest. So if you go back and watch me questing, you will see that I'm figuring things out on my own. I have a whole episode and a half on the preservation series where I'm just looking for garlic. The garlic that you need in the Vampire Slayer quest, I could not find. I did not know where it was. I spent like the end of one episode and an entire other episode just looking for garlic for a quest because I did not want to look it up. I wanted to find it on my own. So as an example. And it was fun. Once I finally found it, it was hilarious. The upstairs in, I think, Morgan's house, right? Gosh, and I had gone up there before. I just hadn't looked in that drawer. Spoiler alert for anyone else wanting to do the quests without guides. I may have just spoiled that for you. Yeah, someone else can beat my legend, but I'm ready for that possibility. Oh, so you want them to beat it so that you can go back and take it from them. Okay. No clients have quest helpers, wiki, or in-game only. I'd love to make plugins for RC Plus, but don't know how. Yeah. Yeah, it's a GitLab project. You'd have to dive into the code. I want to make a chunk account plugin like the source chunk website. Ooh, interesting. Chunk account plugin like the source chunk website. What do you mean by that, Christoph? I'm actually very interested. All right, let's smelt some steel bars. I'm so excited to be completely green. It's going to be epic. It's going to be so epic. Should we sell the chain body right now since we're right next to the store? Maybe we should. I'm so just like giddy excited for this. Like, I'm aware that the game is loaded in chunks of data, right? So I'm thinking maybe you're referring to that. Is it like Wayne's Chains over here? Yeah. Welcome to Wayne's Chains. Do you want to buy or sell some chainmail? Yes, please. I'm going to do it. 1267. 28,480 GP. Count them. We are unarmed, the upper body. Old school RuneScape chunk accounts like Limpwort or Verf on YouTube. Chunk accounts. Have to complete everything in a 64 by 64 tile before moving on. Okay. Okay, so you're saying that like you have goals within a specific chunk of the game world and you have to get through that before you're moving on. So you're saying you want to make a plugin for chunk accounts Okay, kind of like Swampletics or whatever, something like that. That guy. Um, yeah, so where I think I've seen those videos where you actually can see the chunk on the ground so that you don't accidentally click outside of it, or maybe it'll even prevent you from clicking outside, like a plugin that would let you basically overlay a new game mode on top of the client. That would be pretty sick. Yeah, that would be really cool. All drops from NPC, or if you can mine myth, have to smith myth plate before moving on to another chunk. Yeah, that would be, oh my gosh, that would actually be really fun. That'd be so cool to have in Classic. Man, that'd be really cool to have in 2001. Like, I would love having new game modes like that to play through. Exactly, it would darken the area you aren't allowed to walk on. Yeah, that would be really cool. And that makes the game more replayable too. Honestly, like, especially think of how much value that would add just to 2001Scape, because the content is so limited. In bigger RuneScape servers, there's so much to do that, like, that's really giving another option. You know, because there aren't many people that actually play through all of the content on a RuneScape server. But on a server like this, you would really expand how much that you could do in the game with something like that. RC Plus map will show chunks for you, but it doesn't do anything in open world. Oh, okay. So you would want to then, the first thing would be to highlight a chunk in the overworld, and then to add logic to, like, highlight or not highlight chunks, highlight or darken chunks based on a game mode. So maybe you'd want to create an API for interfacing with chunks so that anyone could come along and develop a new game mode that uses the chunking system. That'd be pretty cool. I'm liking this other path. I don't know if it's actually faster or not, but it just is nice to mix it up. Go on a new rotation for a bit. We could get really boring. We could go into the Dwarven mine, and we could just pick up bronze chain bodies. It's another way to make some cash. I'm so stoked to hit 40k, and I'm so appreciative that y'all are hanging out with me and chatting on my journey. Yeah, so you can highlight only the chunks you have available. The first step would be that RSC Plus would need to remember your character specifically, which it doesn't do at all now. Oh, okay, because it needs to know what you've done and what you haven't done. So you need RSC Plus to interface with the open RSC database, right? Which really, you could even do a lot of that stuff on the server side, like the logic for a game mode. Oh, I gotta do my thing. Here we go. 29,599 gold pieces. Count them, on our way to 40,040 GP. Wow. Epic. What's up, the DJ Steps? I am, yes. I just finished, and I haven't streamed in longer than that, but I just finished 3 straight weeks of travel, and I'm actually going to be traveling again very, very shortly. But I am back, and I am streaming, and we are on our way to 40k gold pieces for the adamant plate body. Yeah, it could save locally to your machine, that's true, but yeah, you could have the client, if you wanted to go at it from the client side, like if you wanted to force doing this work on the client, then you could save state information on the local machine. That is true. You could do that. I was thinking that if you're having to work with what a character has done or hasn't done, it feels like it'd make more sense to do all of that kind of work on the server side, and then to have the client just receive whether a chunk should be highlighted or not. Because really the client's job is quote, quote, just to show you the game state. So if the client was able to highlight chunks or not, if the client was able to allow you to click in a chunk or not, like things like that could be toggled on and off. Like let's say you said, I want to not allow the user to click on this chunk, right? And the server would send that. But the logic about like what chunk the server, what chunk the player should be able to get to or not, that sounds like game state information. So just like, it seems like that would fit in the server. But that's of course assuming that the server developers are supporting your game mode. If you're adding this on as like a plugin, maybe the client is an easier way for you to kind of like hack your game mode on top of it. Interesting to think about. Just have it save locally when this account logs in, have it show chunks ABC. Yeah, no, for sure. You could do it locally. There's nothing stopping you from it, from doing that. Yeah. In old school RuneScape, they have a specific website called source chunk that shows the requirements per chunk. It can be saved in a JSON, so it wouldn't require the server to do anything. So basically, if your route is that what you're gaining by doing that is not requiring any change to the server, which makes sense, so that it can be an unofficial thing on top of it. Yeah, I can totally see that. Totally can see that. Yeah, so then you can have people make different JSON files to support different like chunk man modes. So maybe the API for interacting with the chunks is on the client and it's reading a JSON file to know what to do. Or you're saying the local state is saved as a JSON. That's cool. Why is your game screen so clear? That's a funny question. I don't know. I'm using the normal client. That's a funny comment. I'm using the normal OpenRC client currently. Nothing too fancy either. I don't have like updated graphics or anything. Maybe it's because I'm playing full screen. I'm not playing at the original resolution. So you've got pixelated graphics, right? And they're being stretched. So maybe they're just showing it bigger and it looks clean. Yep, that's exactly it. Yeah, in this server, you have to click on the pickaxe before you click on the rock. If I right click, I don't have the option to right click mine or even left click mine. I have to use the pickaxe on the coal in the server. Fun stuff. And actually, did I get one too many coals? Yeah, no. I'm ready to move on. What's up, Bachelor Pad? Welcome to the stream. Reserved for your specific account, then /Theldamar could be a different one. Yeah. I see that. I love that you remember the my other account names. That's funny. I'm Twinrova, this is Theoin, and then Theldamar is my classic account, so that's funny that you remember that name. Not surprised, since you've been commenting on my videos for literally years and years. So each person that makes a chunk account would have their own map they could go pull up. Yeah. If you have like multiple accounts on one machine or something. That's cool. Did you make any progress on your old school RuneScape Iron? I only did 2 episodes of it. I have an offline old school RuneScape Ironman that I've played a little bit. Not a ton though. Yeah, I was kind of at this point where I was in the bronze age on like 8 different servers. So I kind of started investing all of my online time, if I'm going to be recording and streaming, into this 2001Scape account. Yeah, man, if I just like went full-time streamer or something, I could grind all these different RuneScape servers. It'd be cool. to play that much RuneScape in a week. Gosh, I have so many RuneScape goals. It's like, how do you have the time to earn them all? And streaming is different because I can't multitask and do other things. Like, I'm multitasking by talking to you. I appreciate that very much, Bersonius, Christoph. You are too kind. Like, when I play on my normal RS3 or Iron or old school accounts, you know, I can like work, I can do homework, I can watch TV and play. Like, there's all kinds of things I can do. Multitasking. But when you're streaming, right, it's like this is what you're doing. So you have to dedicate time to that. And what that means is that it's harder to carve out that time for me in a week than it is to carve out just casual playtime. It is a time investment, and it's a fun one. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I was investing, like, I don't know, like, let's say 2 hours into a different server over the course of the week, and it felt like I wasn't making very much progress across all these servers. So instead, investing all of my hours into one server was good, at least to try to finish something that I started. And so this blue cape, that was really a major goal that I wanted to accomplish, and I'm super glad that I did. I don't know, maybe it would be cool to have like one main account that I'm focusing on at a time, but then to jump around to other servers the other half of the time. Like, maybe every other episode is the main server that I'm working towards, and then every other episode is whatever I feel like, because I'm very ADHD. I like bouncing around, but that prevents me from investing enough time into one thing to make the progress that I'd like to make. I don't know, it's an interesting problem. Yeah, RuneScape is definitely a time investment. Man, and then once you get in so deep, it's like you never want to stop. Right? Like, there's always another goal. You're always pushing towards the next accomplishment. Like, I'm so stoked about the blue cape, but now I want the green armor, you know? That's what we're here for right now. I've been working on my player-owned home in old school. We'll be hosting on the house party world with my alt while I play the game on my main. Nice. That is really cool. Is that I bet that ends up being a moneymaker, right? If you're hosting like prayer and stuff, like people donating as they're grinding. I was always interested in what kind of money that people make for hosting at their home. It'd be super interesting once you spend some time doing it, to know like how much people are donating. Even if you don't want to give like an exact number, just like a ballpark. Whoa, what did I do wrong? Oh, I sold. That's what I did. I was like, why does my inventory look different? I sold a mithril. If I got rid of one more thing. Ooh, what do I not need? Oh, the pie. I can't not have a food. I'm really going to get PK'd if I don't have a food. But I could have a whole extra steel sword. Ooh, that's tough. There's very generous people. Yeah, I bet so, especially if you're saving them, you know, like time, and really time, right? They're giving you money for allowing them to train their prayer very quickly in comparison to other methods. So I can totally see it. Yeah, there are very generous people in RuneScape. That's something that I've noticed for a long time, is that there are usually people willing to give away very large amounts of money, very epic items. Like, yeah, the larger RuneScape community has a lot of toxicity, but there are really awesome, great people. I think it's just like any really large community. You know, you're going to have a mixed bunch. Some people are going to be really nice and other people are not. Some people are going to be exceptionally generous. I spend a lot of time on World 330, and it's hundreds of mil in a day for a big name. Just depends on who walks through the door. Yeah, that's epic. So then if you have your alt there, right, running it, as long as you're making sure to keep your what, you have to keep an altar like lit or something, right? So you got to have the inputs to keep that going. But I bet that's something that you can do kind of off to the side while you're playing your main. That's pretty cool. Honestly, this sounds like a good setup. Yeah, it does sound like it'd be hit or miss. It's an investment anyway. It's hundreds of mil just to get 99 in construction, and just as much again to make the player on home nice. That's true, and that actually makes it make sense why people donate. They're like, thank God that you did this, so I didn't have to set up my home like this. So let me see if I phrase this right. The pieces of furniture that you need, I'm assuming it's like a fancy altar that you have to upgrade to offer people the highest XP rate. Is it 99 construction that you need for that? Like, is it actually at 99 that you unlock the highest like altar? Or I don't know if it's the altar or the stuff around it. I'm not 100% sure what all grants an XP boost to prayer in a player-owned home. But is it actually 99 that you have to hit to offer the biggest XP gain? Yo, Retro, what is up? Mr. 2001Scape. How are you? How is your server going? Let's shout that out while you're here. Welcome to the stream. Here we go, time to sell. Oh, we're going to be in the 30Ks. Let's freaking go. Yep, you can definitely interest me in some swords. All right, let's dump them off. And 30,718 gold pieces. Count them, on our way to 40K. I think it's 74 construction. No, it's a 99 for the most extravagant items for your house, like a 25 mil rune dragon for your dungeon. Oh my gosh. So it's 99 to make your house just look epic. RuneScape is cool because you can play for 5 minutes or 5 hours, and there's no requirement to have to stay online for a match or a game. It's up to you how you play. Yes, that is a huge, huge perk. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting at earlier, Christoph, is that on my offline main accounts, sometimes I only have time to just get on for 5 minutes. But when you're streaming, you basically have to have the time to dedicate like an hour at minimum, right? Like when I was doing like 30-minute clips of RuneScape, like it was just getting nowhere. So it's like minimum I need to play for an hour to get anything meaningful done. So if I'm in a time period where I don't have lots of hours to spare, it makes it harder to stream. Or if I'm traveling, like, you know, my streaming setups at home, I learned I can actually stream from my phone, but the audio quality is actually pretty poor. So it's a give and take. Which 25 mil old school RuneScape is 250 mil RuneScape 3. Is it actually a 1 to 10 now? That's crazy. I believe it too. Like I don't doubt it at all. Server's doing okay. Was lacking for a bit because I was sick for like 2 weeks. Oh man, like backlog piling up or something. Sorry to hear that you were sick for so long, but it sounds like maybe you're feeling better now. Hopefully. Server's doing fine, Retro. Oh, Bachelor, are you playing on 2004? Yeah, Retro, to be really specific, Retro has... Okay, there is a server in development called 2004Scape. I'm clicking on the wrong or, of course, which is an awesome project, you know, working towards capturing the 2004 era of RuneScape. It's really epic because it's like right after the transition to RuneScape 2. You don't even have the Calphite Queen. So the King Black Dragon, I believe, is still the strongest creature in the game. And so that is the 2004Scape servers are in alpha right now, which means if you're playing on those servers, your account will not persist. At some point, they're going to do a reset, and then everyone's going to start fresh. Retro, in the chat, has his own 2004Scape server that he's maintaining that is now it's taking as far as I'm understanding, it's a fork of 2004Scape. So it has everything that 2004Scape has. It has some bug fixes added, but your character is already permanent there. So if you're ready to have a permanent character in 2004Scape, you're not wanting to wait for the official servers to reach a beta before your character will persist. You can join Retro's server. Yeah, 04Scaper, which is pretty cool. Retro, do you think that's a pretty good description? Is there anything else you would say about 04Scaper? Really, it's like the ability to be persistent immediately, and then, pretty active development from Retro, it seems like. Which is cool. Man, we are less than 10,000 gold pieces away from 40K, which means roughly how many trips? 1,100, so like 9 trips. That's it. That's all we got. That's all that's left. I said about 3 hours. We're about an hour and a half in, so that makes sense. I think it's good we have a few quality of life stuff added, though. Oh, yeah, like what? I would love to hear what quality of life that you've added. So it's a little custom. You've got some quality of life mixed in. So while 2004 is going to be like preservation, like a replica, you're going for a little more of a smooth experience. It sounds like global chat and randoms are less hostile. Okay, that's cool. Logout timer is longer. I'm definitely a fan of the logout timer being as long as possible. I don't know why, but even if I'm not doing anything, I just like my player just standing. And when 04Scape comes online, can I transfer my RSC items back to RSC, please? That's hilarious. Joke about official RS2 release. Yeah. I get you. Okay, so we actually can still go to that point because we have an extra coal. That's right. Yeah, so that could, because people had to choose whether they wanted to move forward or not, right? Like, you had an account on Classic and you could either completely move forward to RuneScape 2 and have to start fresh on Classic, or you could stay on Classic and have to start fresh on RuneScape 2, if I'm remembering that right. Considering how many people play 2001Scape, I'm sure with 30K you can hold an actual percentage of the total in... you hold an actual percentage of the total in-game currency. That's a funny point, honestly. I guess I'll go this way. I already started walking. Yeah, I wonder, not like it was back in the day with so many players. I wish they would fix the logout timer. Yeah, it's actually really short in Classic. Yeah, like I clicked away to look at Christoph's Spinach Roll website, and in that time I got logged out. It felt like no time. The RuneScape 3 logout timer is so long now. I was very happy that they updated that in RuneScape 3. Greater than 1%, surely. I am on the 04Scaper Discord. I haven't checked really any of the Discords in a good while. So I'm definitely not up to date. I do remember reading some of your messages about having got bug fixes in, and I thought that was cool. That you're actively improving the server. I really love how like dedicated the private server community is with RuneScape. Like, without y'all, this would not be possible. Preserving this history is just so cool, honestly. Do you think that there's only 3 million gold pieces in circulation in all of 2001? There's what, like 60,000? Is it 6,000 or 60,000 accounts? Let's see. I'm going to check it out. High scores for 2001. I think everyone's on the high score table. I could be wrong. There's 6,000 accounts. So 3 million. Let's see. If 30K is 1%, then 30,000 times, not 1,000, but 100. So yeah, 3 million gold pieces is the implication. Divided by 6,000 accounts, that'd be 500 gold per person. I don't know, like, how much gold does, like... We need to interview some really high-level 2001Scape. And this is funny. I might go into the Discord and actually ask the question, like, how much gold do we think exists in total across everyone? On old school, if you leave your spacebar held down, you won't get logged out for the 6 hours. Any physical input that's not just being in combat. That's hilarious. 6 hours you can stay on? That is pretty hardcore. Just by holding the spacebar? Wow, do I need to like sit something on my spacebar when I walk away? My 2001Scape account has 0 GP since I got PK'd and logged out, so that's 500 GP less. Oh no, Christoph. Who PK'd you? RIP. Yeah, everyone press F in the chat for Christoph's 2001Scape character. Oh my gosh. So maybe at the end of this stream, instead of just logging off, I'll just hold the spacebar down with, like, I'll put something heavy on it. And we'll see how long it takes for my character to log out. Oops. That's hilarious. I cannot wait to try that out, Bachelor Pad. I'm really glad that you let me know that that's a thing. I want to try it in RuneScape 3. How long can you stay logged in? There's the kebab seller. Could be tech for 2001. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot to mention, I sold that emerald earlier. We just got another one. There's an emerald trader somewhere, maybe in Falador. Maybe it'd be worth more if I sold it there instead of the general store. That might actually be smarter. But it sold for 20 gold coins, so not a huge jump. Flamber on Discord. Okay. Yeah, I recognize that name. Very cool. Yeah, it's funny when people have different names on like YouTube or Twitch than Discord. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be more active. Yeah, I haven't been streaming in a while, but that's the plan. Maybe like some shorter things during the week, maybe a longer thing on the weekend. Yeah, and a part of why I've been less active, I guess, for one, it's been traveling a ton for work, and yeah, really just for work. It's also been that my goal is changed for hosting purposes. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Interesting. Oh, I took the wrong path again. No biggie. This particular goal of just like grinding, smithing for gold, this has been a grind. So I also, if I'm going to stream, I have to be ready. I appreciate that. That's super kind, Retro. Super, super kind. Yeah, I want to try to be more active. You just have to be mentally prepared to run in a circle for mining and smithing. So I knew this is what I wanted to accomplish. I just have to like get myself to log on and go through the motions of running in a smithing circle. Your alt will probably be Flamber. Yeah, that makes sense. Changed for hosting purposes, so you can host on old school RuneScape, I see. Excited to see how that goes. Hopefully it's going well. Yeah, it's one of the main ways. Steel smithing. There's also, I think, actually, Alder might be able to tell you the numbers. If you train your crafting, and the problem is that crafting training is a massive pain at low levels. Like, I think the primary way to train crafting is with balls of wool, and it's like almost no XP. So I think it's like some serious upfront effort to get your crafting level higher. But I think Alder was making good money with gold jewelry. And I don't actually know what his routine was. But GP per hour steel short swords, at least from what I've seen and heard from other people playing 2001, is one of the fastest money makers. That still gets you GP or XP. You can go, and actually we might do this just to mix things up again. You can pick up this bronze chain body that I guess drops in the, maybe it's in the Dwarven Mines, and sell it to the general store there. You can do that for money, but then you're just gaining GP, you're getting no XP. Oh, nice. Yeah, have some drop parties. Are you going to have the drop parties at your house? Right, kind of like a housewarming, show off your house. Yo, what's up, Unknown? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out. We are on our way to 40,000 GP, and we are now at 31,837 gold pieces. Count them. Working towards 40,040 gold to purchase an adamant plate body is the goal for the stream. And we are just over 8K away. Well, anytime but yes, know some rich fellas. Nice, nice. It's really fun hearing what other people are up to in RuneScape. So thanks for sharing, Bachelor Pad. I mean, like, we're all setting goals and, you know, trying to achieve them, and we're all kind of on different paths. So it's fun hearing what others are up to. I have to say, I was just like recording videos and uploading them, and I was getting to communicate with y'all in comments on the videos, and then also I was like premiering the videos, which I'm still doing, to chat with people. But streaming, I think, is making skilling way easier. Like having people to ask questions and you know, chat about what you're up to while I'm skilling really is helping the grind. It's really helping with the grind. This has been a long one, getting to this many gold pieces. I'm going to be defending this plate body with all of my ability after I've purchased it. Would you say making steel swords better for cash than making steel plate bodies? I think so, because like I could make one plate body. I could make one plate body with an inventory right now. And how much would that sell for? I don't think that sells for 1,100 gold pieces. We might have to try it out. Where do we buy a plate body from? Is that in Falador? We've got the chain body shop in Falador. Enjoy watching you skill anyway. Appreciate that. I think it's fun when other people are skilling while they watch me skill, so that we're all just like skilling together. That's kind of fun. On my 04 server, I tend to sell steel plates for cash. Yeah, maybe I should try smelting something else. Yeah, I was thinking steel swords. Oh, because of the proximity of the sword shop too, right? So you cut down on the time to sell. You'd have to run to another store. It might be worth it for one sale just to see what the difference is. It's not a bad idea. In Classic, what is it? What's his name, like? Oziak or something, whoever you buy the rune plate body from, does he sell the other plate bodies in the game? Plate bodies are in Varrock. Okay. Well, if that's the case, that's like no further away than the... What am I doing? Like, I'm super misclicking here. I might go check out the price and just see. You know what? I'm actually curious. I want to see how much you can sell. Will they show the sale price? If you don't have one to sell. Yeah, let's go check out just for fun. We'll take a break. Let's go check out the plate body shop. I always watch people play RuneScape while I play RuneScape. When I played RS3, I would watch people play old school. When I end up switching over to old school RuneScape, same with finding out about 2004Scape. Yeah, there's all kinds of old servers. There's a 2005Scape, 4Scape, Preservation is 3, 2001Scape, obviously. I'm not aware of a 2002Scape. There is a 6Scape. There's a 7Scape. There's a 9Scape. There's an 11Scape. And there's a 13Scape, but it's not called 13. It's called like Drakkar or Drakon or something. Champions Guild sells. Yes, Champions Guild does sell the adamant plate body. That's exactly right. That's where I plan to purchase from. Okay, where would a plate body shop be? In Varrock. There's Zaf, who sells staves. Here we have just the normal shopkeep. We should have archery here, Lowe's archery store. Maybe here. Horvik. Yeah, Horvik. Do you want to trade? I don't know if they show the sale prices. Okay, you can buy a steel plate body for 2,000. Okay. So if six steel swords purchased would be less than 2,000, then it would be preferable to sell the plate body. If the steel swords sell for more, it's probably preferable to sell the swords, but you also save the time in smithing one item versus 6. Let's check this out. 325 times 6 is 1,800 plus 6 times 25, which is like what, 150, so 1950. Oh my gosh. Is it barely better to sell a plate body? And then you might have one bar left over. Okay, let's try it. Let's try in this next run. Yo, what's up, Preservation? Yeah, let's try making a plate body. Oh, can I make it? That's actually the other question. I have 39 smithing. I might not actually be able... I remember I was grinding to try to get the levels for the steel sword. Yeah, I think the XP is the same per bar in this game. I think it's just one bar gives you like X XP. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure no matter what you make, you get the same XP per bar. So if you were making a bigger item that takes more bars, you're getting the XP faster because, you know, obviously you're not having to spend as much time in the smithing step. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, so I might not actually be capable yet of smithing a steel plate body, but if I can, I think a plate body plus a sword would be more gold pieces. So 04, thank you very much for pointing that out. Especially given that Horvik is right there. What's up, Preservation? I like the pink and yellow combo. It's pretty cool. Nice, nice. Yeah, thanks for watching. But no YouTube account. I see. Oh my gosh. Thanks for watching. Oh. That's great intel. If I can make them, then I need to. Oh my gosh, what's up, Alder? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining and hanging out. Alder is the one who created the Alder Tiers challenge that I followed, and Alder is the person I referred to earlier in creating a task challenge system for 2001 that we're very likely to follow. Epic of you to come find me to tell me that. So very appreciated. And I'm Iron anyway, but thanks a ton for the offer. That's a real one right there. Yeah, super kind to come and let me know. Thank you so very much. Appreciate the intel and the kindness to come find me just to tell me that. So appreciated. This is a cool community, honestly. It's funny because I don't like to use wikis to figure things out. I like to figure it out quote on my own, but really, since I've been making videos, it's been like getting advice from other players, which is cool. Yep, Alder's challenge looks really interesting. I'm excited to see what really random stuff. Hey, another mining level. Let's freaking go. Mining 44. Epic. Yeah, okay, no, actually I should go this way again this time. Yeah, I don't know if 39 smithing, I don't think 39 smithing is good enough to make a steel. You're drinking. Preservation's getting inebriated over here. I can't drink on the job. That's so funny. I love that you can see the drinking icon like overhead. How are you, Alder? What have you been up to? Happy you're here. Yeah, the Alder Tiers challenge, if you weren't aware, solved a problem where I wanted to experience each of the tiers of armor in the game, but it was going to take a long time to smith adamant armor. I basically wanted to purchase adamant armor, but I wanted to still feel like I was having to grind through the tiers of armor. And so Alder came up with the idea to require yourself to get full bronze before you're allowed to move forward to full iron, and then to, full steel and mithril. And that ended up working very well, and acquiring the adamant plate body will actually be the culmination of my Alder Tiers challenge on this server, which I'm so stoked for. We are less than 10k away. Busy with life, but a bit of RS3. Just got 120 div on the iron. Nice. That's a really good one. Divination is great for when life is busy. If I remember right, you were also in a master's program, right? I think we were both maybe talking about working on that at the same time. So I 100% get it. I so get it. I do not remember which side I clicked on. Yeah, the wrong side. 120 divination. That's so cool. Divination was one of my favorite like AFK skills. It was just so like peaceful. Oh my gosh, congrats, huge congrats on getting your freaking degree. So stoked for you and proud of you. I am working on my thesis. It's the last step in my master's program. I've actually started taking PhD courses, and that's probably slowed my progress towards a master's degree even further, kind of starting the next thing before I've finished the last thing. But cannot wait to join you there. Yeah, huge congrats to Alder. Yeah, Retro, I need to go jump on 2001Scape and see what that's currently like. Have you done anything different with the client? Like, can you play... I can't remember. Can you play full screen on 04? Appreciate it. I'm close. Yeah, I'm really close. Yeah, for my thesis, like, my professor wants to publish original work. So I've been trying to get data that I need to publish a meaningful paper, and then the data has been... I've been running into tons of bugs on the way to collecting that, so it's just been a lot of effort. I'm sure you get it. I'm sure you do. But we're on our way. We're on our way up. Don't you worry about it. I don't know. Haven't really thought about it. I never went and prospected. Hopefully you can hear me. You know, maybe say maybe say in the chat if you can hear me. I'll try to respond to you here. I just never took the time to prospect all of those rocks and see what's there. Yeah, that might save me a few steps actually. It's more of a stretch than a full. Okay, cool. Yeah, how many rocks are there on the west side? As long as there's two that you can kind of like sit between, you know, and just kind of go back and forth. It's two at Remington side by side. Yeah, okay. Might have to give that a try. I don't know which of these ores are the irons. But it probably wouldn't take long to figure that out, just mining and clicking on everything. Yeah, then you can walk along the river to the Lumbridge furnace. So that actually would be a big perk, honestly. I'm going to test that out. That would be faster. Yeah, if you can walk on the river straight to the furnace, that's a great point. Okay, let's just... I don't think I have the level for this. Let's try plate mail body. Yeah, 48 smithing is what you need for that, so not quite there yet. What am I at? 39. Man, it's taken a while to try to hit 40. Watch, I'll say that, and then I'm going to hit 40, which I'm going to be really excited for. Yeah, I would be totally down to stream 2001Scape. I was talking earlier about like how I always want to play other servers, but I never have enough time like in the week to make meaningful progress on a bunch of different servers at once. So what I was thinking about doing was having a main game that I play. Like right now it's 2001, you know, calling that like my main series. And then maybe every second or every third episode jumping to another, like jumping into the random servers that I feel like playing, but I'm probably not going to invest enough time into for it to be meaningful yet. Maybe eventually then I switch which one is the main server I'm playing on. I'm really, yeah, I'm trying to figure all this out. I think streaming instead of just recording is a big step because it is so fun chatting with chatting with you guys while playing. Really makes it better. Oh, maybe as preservation, are you standing at the rocks? That'd be super useful. Just go point me like directly to the iron. Yeah, I would have a blast streaming 2004Scaper. All right, 32,976 gold pieces. Count them. We are just shy of 7K GP away from 40,000, 40 gold, which is the goal. We're making our way there. We're running in circles until we get to 40K. According to Bachelor Pad, 1% of the entire 2001Scape economy is in my backpack right now. Let's check it out. These over here. Let's try it out. Yo! Let's see if we strike iron. Let's see if it happens. Oh, there's 10. Here's 10 over here. So far, 10. So what we got? It might be these, actually. Yeah. Woo, iron. Yeah, let's go. Okay, coal, 10, iron. Let's drop the 10. Oh, so there's tin and coal right here, but there's only 2 coals. Yeah, I wonder... I think it's probably still better to go to where there's 4 coals rather than 2. But maybe I use this spot for iron at least. Yeah, there's 2 irons side by side right here. What about here? What is this? No ore available in that rock. Weird. Yeah, I think this will work out. Thanks a ton, Preservation. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, this'll shave some time off it, because you're exactly right. We'll be able to run. This rock is coal too. Yeah, this is definitely an improvement. So then there's 3 total coal. One, two, three, 4. I'm so like not paying attention to. There we go. 5 iron. And 1 more. And we'll move on to the coal. Yeah, I kind of like that Barbarian Village is just like 4 coal in a circle. Because I do pretty often, I guess not all the time, end up waiting on coal to respawn. Am I ever actually mining this one, or is this just one? Thanks for scouting. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, streaming has been a ton of fun. Much more fun than simply recording. Wow, okay. So we're about 33K. So we need about 7K. 6 trips is 6,600, so it's about 7 trips. Freaking epic. Yeah, super kind, Preservation. I appreciate it. I like your name too. Just like shouting out the other server. My mining has gone up, so we should be gaining coal even faster than before. Gained 2 mining levels on the stream so far. Yeah, look at that. That was pretty quick. Of course, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you're not so lucky. I was so excited to get the GP from my mithril chain body. It's funny not having any upper body armor on right now. We are 2 hours, more than 2 hours into the stream, working our way towards 40,000 GP. I played this account for a week when preservation was taken down because of the duplicate yeah, the duplicate bug. Preserve RuneScape always. Yep, agreed. So agreed. So glad that these servers exist and that all of the people over at OpenRSC and at 2004Scaper, 2004Scape, all of these different groups working together and separately to keep old versions of RuneScape available for anyone. Just jump on, make an account, and start grinding. And you can play just for a few minutes for nostalgia. That's totally fine. Or you can be like me and invest dozens and dozens of hours and achieve goals that you couldn't have even achieved. Like, I couldn't have done this without this server. I did not play RuneScape in 2001. I didn't know RuneScape existed in 2001. I think I joined, I think I started playing in 2006, so well into the RuneScape 2 era. I only played Classic because they opened up Classic for people to join that had never played. They like had a window where they opened up new accounts on Classic. I thought that was pretty cool. And so I started playing, and I got to full adamant armor on the official server. I actually have some official RuneScape Classic videos on my channel where I was like, man, I feel like that coal went pretty fast. Okay, so now we can walk, like he mentioned, along the river. I need to be on this side of the river, right? To get to... Is this Draenor? No. Yeah, this is... The mill is on... The furnace is on this side of the river. Will that work? Let's try it out. Other side of river. Yeah, because of that wall. Because then we're going to have to go down. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because with this wall, yeah, you're going to have to go down and pass through that. That is the wall to the east of the furnace that funnels you into Draenor. Yeah. But it's confusing because the furnace is on this side of the river, so... I love how preservation is just like, nope, don't go that way. He's like, let's get you to 40k faster. He's like, click right here, walk on this side of the river, knock this out. That's the plan. Sad face that I can't make the steel plate body, which was great advice. Appreciate all of the great and helpful suggestions today to make it through the grind more quickly. Let's get hit by a mugger on the way. Do I round the corner over here? Yo! Preservation, you can be my milestone. Do you want to start a timer? Just stand here and hit go, and when I pass you twice, stop the timer. See how long my round trips are. He's leading the way. I'll just like right click follow. And through this gate to the furnace. Which, fun fact, even if you're in open PvP, the furnace is a safe zone, which I didn't realize that the Lumbridge safe area extends all the way to here. It's like a tree, like I think this tree that I'm right-clicking on, I'm pretty sure that tree demarks the safe zone, and it extends this way to include the furnace. Yeah, because me and Lappy were fighting right here. Oh yeah, we're smelting together. Let's go. Root, bronze bars. Look at that smithing go. No, I could lead you, yep. What's gonna work? Teamwork. All right. Wow. So this, wow, this is going to take us to 34. It's unnerving watching the stream with the 20-second delay. So when you hear me, it's that far off from what I'm saying. Oh, that's pretty funny, honestly. So like if I type something to you, timing in 3, 2, 1, go. How much time from me typing go to you hearing go? Should I have actually started a timer? If it's really 20 seconds, that's hilarious. Maybe type something in game when you hear me doing the 3, 2, 1 out loud. I guess that was a moment ago, so you're going to hear that first before you hear this. No worries. No worries at all. Okay. Timing test. Say now when you hear me say go. Sweet. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So when you hear me say go. Oh, that's so funny. Let's make some short swords. Make some money. Now, okay, that wasn't so bad. That was probably, what, like 10 seconds? It's a pretty big delay. It's not too crazy, but it's significant. Like that. Oh, look at that sick bronze helmet. Wow, look at the fashion scape. That is epic. You too, watching this, could create a 2001Scape account and come make a bronze helmet and hang out. All right, here we go. Time to dump off another load of steel swords. We're counting our way down. We are counting our way down to 40k gold pieces. Here we go. Hello, bold adventurer. Can I interest you in some swords? Yes, please. And 34,095 gold pieces. We are less than 6k GP away from 40,000 40 gold. The point at which we will be able to purchase an adamant plate body. Wow. I can't even believe it. 2 hours, 18 minutes into the stream. And we've got 6K gold to go. Let's freaking go. Hopefully we can find both iron ores at the West Varrock mine. It looks like maybe only one of them was actually giving out iron. 6K gold. That's all we have left. That would be 6 trips around the sun. 6 orbits of the Varrock sword shop. If this was real life, like the cost of a steel sword should be plummeting. The biggest 6K GP ever, I agree. This is the most important 6K GP that I've ever made in my RuneScape career. Imagine RuneScape, but like with debt. What if you could like take out a loan from like someone in Varrock for the gold for like your adamant armor, but then you had to like pay them back with interest on a game like this where it's, you know, so hardcore to save up money. Alder, was it you that was actually making money through crafting, or is it someone else? Like with a gold jewelry or something? I can't recall if that was you. The grind continues, and we're actually getting coal pretty quickly. Yeah, we made it around the world. All 4 coal mined before this one could recover. That's what I was thinking. Was goldsmithing a better money maker for you than like regular smithing? I was thinking that you were saying that. What would they do if you just don't pay back the loan, though? What if... That's a good point, Ether. Thanks for hanging out, by the way. I wonder if maybe they could garnish all the money that you make. Like, you sell something to the Grand Exchange, and the first time... Maybe, like, the first percentage of any time you make money goes back to your lender. But actually, what would be even better is if the Bounty Hunter game was reinstated, and someone could pick up your bounty and come after you for the money if you didn't pay back in time. The guards attack you, yeah. That'd be hilarious. Seemed to be a lot better. I clocked 29.5k GP per hour making gold necklaces with one alt. That is way better than I'm doing right now. Way better. I think I'm making roughly 6k gold per hour. Probably a little less because I'm continuing to get sidetracked. So I'm assuming it'll take me about an hour to finish this journey today. Subtract away some of this effort I just put in to acquire coal. 29.5k GP per hour. That is epic for 2001Scape. What was your ult doing? Like, what was your setup between your main and your ult? Curious to know. It was fun to dump off a load of steel plates, but took a while because of all the coal. Yeah, definitely takes time. Mugger. Okay, I think these two are iron, but I think this one might have given me trouble. Yeah, that one doesn't seem to have iron. This one's iron. Let's go aggressive. I forgot that you could fail to prospect. I know, it's so funny. It's honestly hilarious. This game is so just old school clay. Yeah, you could just walk down from the river, but if there's only one iron, I need to go and actually see if there's more than one iron rock. It may be better to go to the west mine if you just have, or the east mine, if you have iron that's kind of like back to back. And this was my problem before. Oh, hey, cool. Nice. This was my problem before, was not wanting to take the time to like prospect all of the possible rocks there. There is a perk to having, but you are right, Preservation, that this walk is a good chunk of extra time that gets rotated around. Every rotation spending the time to walk over to this mine rather than the other mine. But then you can go directly back and forth with the iron, and your timer is based on, at this point, we're mining iron really quickly, so more iron ore nodes I think is better. Yeah, because you're spending the time waiting for the iron ore to, oh no, let's not drop the iron ore, no. Waiting for that to recover. We need to drop a coal. Yeah, because we need to have 6 irons in our inventory. Player trade only then to avoid the auto loan repayment. Yeah, Ether, I think that you would do good at like maybe user testing. Like, or quality assurance. Like finding the loopholes, which is a great skill, honestly. The bounty hunter, though, that would work, maybe, right? If you didn't pay back, it came after you. Whoops, we can drop that. Or we could take it and we can drop a coal, because we should have enough. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we do. We have enough. My ult was just parked at the single gold rock in Remington, then I'd walk it to Feld or Furnace. So I had to spend a few hours getting him the level to mine gold, but wasn't too bad. Yeah. Still some effort, for sure. 2001Scape is the oldest school RuneScape. Yep. Yeah, I don't... not aware of any older server than this, which is part of the gratification of earning achievements here. It's like, okay, this is as old school as it gets, so you could actually step forward in time. There's actually a channel, I forget what the person's name is. Someone said they were going to complete all of the content in 2001Scape and then step forward to Preservation and then go to 2004Scape and try to play their way all the way through to the modern era of RuneScape. And I thought that was a really cool kind of challenge. There's a cheat strat with finding out which rock has what ore. It's not an authentic way, though. Oh, yeah? I am actually interested to hear this way, if you don't mind sharing, Ether. Sounds fun. At this point, bugs are perks, right? When you're talking authentic, like server replica. Of course, you don't want to like abuse bugs, but wiki, look up, click on the rock. Oh, I see. That's funny. This, yeah, wiki look up. I see what you mean. That actually is a nice little shortcut. Yeah, I've been trying to play without like referencing the wiki like at all, So if that makes me stumble around, sometimes I kind of just take it because it's kind of fun when you figure things out. But it is funny not being in the know about certain things. I'd love a January 4th, 2001Scape, but the controls are actually a lot different, and there are no snapshots, so it would need to be recreated. Yeah. Right, left click seems super weird on release. Like, man, how would you... Alder, is there video footage from January 4th, 2001 that you're referring to there? What would you call a January 4th, 2001 RuneScape server? Janscape? Only screenshots. That's still crazy cool that it exists. That there are screenshots from the first day. Were they like Windows print screening or whatever to take screenshots? It's crazy how long ago 2001 was now. Like, it feels like 2001 should just be a few years ago, but it's actually a lot more than that. I did manually prospect every rock and then double check with clicking with the lookup tool. You did? You manually prospected every rock? Oh my gosh. It'd be better if I used the wiki tool, because then I would actually do it. I just don't want to go take the effort of prospecting. There were no right click menus, so like left, so you can actually turn on a single click mode but the menus didn't exist. There was a left click default and a right click secondary action. Oh. So, and you'd use items on the ground to drop them. Interesting. So it's like there was a menu of 2 for everything mapped to the 2 buttons, was like their original design choice there. And maybe when they wanted to do a third thing, they decided, fine, we'll develop a menu like a window. So people were dropping their pickaxes all over the place by accident. That's hilarious. Yeah, if clicking on the ground would drop an item, that makes sense. Oh my gosh, here we go. 35,214 gold pieces. Count them. On our way to 40,040 gold pieces. Wow. Less than 5k away. We've got a ruby to sell too. I should have sold. Thanks for hanging out, Retro. Really appreciate it. Yep, I'm going to try to push for 40k gold and to buy the platebody before dropping offline. It's the plan at the moment. We've ran in quite a few circles working on this 40k GP. Lots of coal, lots of iron for 2001Scape. But it's cool seeing our levels grow as well. 44 mining. I really would like to see 40 smithing. My smithing level is growing so much more slowly. $44 mining. That's pretty epic. Yeah, it's definitely my highest level. And mining is my favorite skill. So I actually really do enjoy this. It's hard, it's made harder by the fact that we're doing this in ultimate style. Like the need, not being able to go and bank like 300 coal and then like, you know, 100 or 200 coal and 100 iron, and then going and, you know, just running from the bank to the furnace and from the bank to the anvil. That would make things way easier. It's the running in circles that makes this so tiring as far as the skilling grind goes. And then all the clicking, the click on the pickaxe, click on the rock. It is indeed a grind. Huge props to people that are like pushing for 99s in 2001Scape. We may get there someday. Like a 99 in mining wouldn't be completely out of the realm of possibility, but there's definitely lots we would do in the meantime on the way first. This is a huge daunting goal. I don't think there are currently any 99s in 2001Scape. I could be wrong. I don't think anyone has a 99 yet. I do feel like I'm getting coal faster than I was before. Like, I think these levels are actually making a noticeable improvement, having a noticeable effect on my mining rate. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me too while I'm on the grind. Definitely makes this more fun. Have folks to... Brown got the Good Magic 99? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I'm going to open rc.vet. Let's go to Good Magic. Wow. Yeah, number 1, Brown. 99. That is just incredible. Alder, is that the only 99 on the server right now? You're right behind him. You're at 92. Which is halfway there, right? Quote, quote. It's probably even worse halfway there when the scaling wasn't intended for that high of a level in this game. Like in RS3, the 90s are actually not that bad because of how much XP that you can gain per hour. That is intense. A few months ago. Yeah. Wild. So wild. I got bored of all the clicking even though it's fast. Yeah, I mean, it's an intense goal. Like, 99s are hard if you're not going to AFK it. Like, it's intense. Yeah, I really like mining. Mining's a fun one. With the ultimate Ironman twist, it feels like I'm having to run away from mining too fast. Like, I could just sit and grind just the mining. Like, I want to go back and forth from the mine to the bank with a full inventory over and over again. It's my instinct. I can't believe it. We're at 35,000 gold and we're going to 40k. Oh, we're so close. Does anybody know if picking up that bronze chain body is faster? Does anybody have intel on how much GP per hour you can make just picking up the chain body, wherever that is in the Dwarven mine? I actually think it's pretty close to the shop in the mine. $5K. It's a straight 5 trips. And really, that's crazy to think about. Only 5 trips until 40k gold. It's like 1800 GP per hour at best. Yeah, and it seems way less fun than mining and smithing. And then you're also not getting XP while you're doing it. It's only gold pieces. So 700 more gold pieces in an hour. Oh no, per hour. No. That's not good at all, actually. I'm getting 1100 per trip. Wow. So that's actually really bad gold. For some reason, I read that as GP per hour, but in my mind I was thinking GP per trip, per inventory or whatever. But 1800 GP per hour. Yeah, no thanks. What's up? Welcome back. Thanks for rejoining, Retro. It's so cool that I don't stream for a few weeks and then I hop on and y'all are all here. Y'all are the best. Question, do they say y'all where you come from? Wherever you live. What is the word that they use for groups of people? I recall it being 30 gold pieces per chain when sold to Wayne, so 900 per trip and 1 minute per spawn, so 30 minutes per trip. Wow. Man, there was someone that like early on when I had first created my account said that they got their adamant plate body doing that. So I was like, oh, that must be a good money-making method. Nothing quantitative about that, just qualitative. Someone who actually did it told me that's how they did it. So I was like, oh, okay. You accomplished it. You survived. Must be a good method. I don't know why I ran around the circle. I need to go straight through the trees on this part of the path. I've heard people say yous. I've heard people say you all. I've heard people say like Ewans. I definitely use the word y'all a lot, which should give away my southern location. Not much y'all in Pennsylvania, but it doesn't sound out of place. You know, it's funny. At work, we have a quarter is called a PI, or a program increment. And I live in the South. I work with people from California. I got them to start saying y'all, a few of them. And so we actually started a metric called y'alls per PI, or yippee, which I thought was quite fun. Could see that they were saying y'all. Oh, am I lagging out? Oh no, is it frozen? Oh, it's the door being closed. Pfft. LOL at the doors. I would return to the 2001Scape grind if I wasn't so motivated to play RuneScape 3 instead at the moment. Hey, I don't blame you. RuneScape 3 is so fun. And it looks like there's even more new stuff out that I'm not even caught up on. I have no idea what this new boss is that I saw today. Yeah, I logged into Twinrova is my like true main, my 2006 RuneScape 3 account. I have an account called Valerie Eleanor. It's pretty crazy. Nice, great job, preservation. How is the new boss, Ether? It's fun. Is it like a strongest creature in the game kind of a boss, or is it like a just a accessible high level boss? Yeah, so if you're bossing, then yeah, RuneScape 3 bossing is actually really fun. Cool, see you soon, Alder. Yeah, that's the thing that people don't really get about RuneScape 3 if they don't play. Which, like, gameplay aside, people that don't play RuneScape 3, it's not because of the amount of content. People that don't play RuneScape 3 usually don't like the overall experience of it. Like, it's very different. Like, it's still RuneScape, but for some it's very unfamiliar and just doesn't give the same feeling at all. But RuneScape 3 has so much in-game content. It's so huge. There's so much to do that it's like, I don't know, it's really easy to do some things that are a grind in old school are kind of like gimmies in RuneScape 3, and that can make it seem like, oh, RuneScape 3 is too easy. But then you have these like huge epic goals, like, I don't know, these huge crazy boss fights, all the extra skills with, oh, I accidentally made a longsword, whoops. Okay, see how that affects the bottom line. It shouldn't really, I think we're going to be overshooting 40 anyway with the 5th inventory, so as long as we don't like accidentally push ourselves to a 6th inventory. No, they just need to add voice lines to it and fix some quirks with it, and it would be perfect. 2 modes, normal mode with a new death mechanic. You get 3 revives. Interesting. That's cool. Is it a really hard fight then? All right, where are we at? Let's see. 36,273 gold pieces. Count them. Freaking wow. We are less than 4,000 gold away from the goal. RuneScape 3, I know I'm jumping around from topic to topic. RuneScape 3 has like more than 200 quests. Has like a stupid number of quests. If I bought the helmet that he sold to the general store, would that count as breaking my Ironman restriction? When you die, you get back up with a bit of invulnerability and you can't do much damage for a bit, letting you regain footing. Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty cool. I wonder how tough that boss is. I might need to just head over there and see. 4 death is like normal. Let's see what it's called. Let's visit the RuneScape homepage. The Sanctum of Rebirth, new boss dungeon. Interesting. Journey into the depths of the underworld with RuneScape's first boss dungeon, the Sanctum of Rebirth. Confront powerful soul devourers. Is this anything like the dungeons that they had before? Like there were maybe like 3 kind of in-game dungeons with a story that they created. I don't know if they called them dungeons. Were they called raids or something? I don't know. RuneScape has changed terminology for the kinds of content that they create several times. Okay. On the coal clicking grind. I can look things up in the gaps between while I'm running, but man, we've only got a few runs left. This is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy moving on to something else. Honestly, after doing this for so many sessions and so many hours in each session. Like, it's not even that many sessions, but the sessions have been very long. Like, we are going on 3 hours of grinding. Not safe death. It's a bit different. This is just boss into boss into boss, no mobs. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So really you're having to learn several boss mechanics simultaneously. Like, instead of fighting through mobs to get to one boss and then you've got to memorize that boss's mechanics, you actually have... That's interesting. So if the fun part of boss fighting is memorizing, not just equipping your character for the fight, but memorizing the mechanics, you're having to memorize several bosses in a chain. That's pretty cool. Honestly, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm excited to try that out. You can bank between, so you can recover your so you can like recover hits and like a restock up on food and everything. So it's not like a survival gauntlet kind of thing. It's like a full boss fight sequentially. You're just having to play through the boss fights in order, basically over and over again. Yeah, so you're actually physically changing locations too. This sounds really epic, honestly. Like the thing that RuneScape 3 really has going for it, like really, is it's boss fighting. It's the questing, top tier. Boss fights, top tier. Why is my axe not equipped? That's funny. So I like this. Yeah, I like them kind of leaning into the strength of that server. I'm going to have to check it out, Ether. Was it very hard for you to learn? Did you have to like watch a bunch of YouTube videos? Was it very complex or intricate? There we go. That was a pretty stubborn rock. One more and we can move on. All right, heading to iron. Wow. We've made some crazy progress today. $36,313 gold pieces. Oh my. 4K to go. That's 4 trips. We're in the middle. Normal mode is easy enough if you persist. Oh, so the normal mode, you get the 3 revives. Yo, preservation. Happy to see you on the smithing grind. You're going to be caught up to me in no time. I've been at 39 smithing forever. Yeah, I think that's really cool, honestly, making it easier to learn. And then you probably have access to like a better loot table or something if you don't play it with revives, would be my guess. This has been a pretty good scape and chill, I would say. Not super chill since it's like trying to be on grind mode, but still chill. We're still just mining and smithing. Nothing too stressful about that, other than just anticipation and excitement for hitting 40k and getting the plate body. Two more iron. One more iron. Not available yet. One more iron. All right. Heck yeah. On to the furnace. Oh, I love them both. I am a huge fan of both games. I wish I had enough time to hit all of my goals in all the games. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I know it's the journey, not the destination, but I feel like I don't have enough time to like keep abreast of whatever is the latest. So I really want to, I would love to reach end game in both games, which I know that there's so few people that actually do this, so it's not like, it's really just pressure on myself for no reason. But I'd love to have characters at the end of each of those games so that as new content comes out, I'm just playing the new content and not feeling like I missed some old content that I've got to do first. When really it's all fun. So it's like I'm just making up the restriction on myself. But I love both games. Old school RuneScape is what RuneScape was like. Whoops, don't know why I'm killing a goblin. But that like style of RuneScape is what I, grew up playing. So I obviously adore old school RuneScape. I'm really glad that it exists. I also really love RuneScape 3. It is the oldest game, even if it's the newest looking, and even if they change the engine, like it's the longest. Like that is the evolution of RuneScape. And to me, RuneScape is change. Like RuneScape, at one point, I don't know if it still does, I believe it had the Guinness World Record for being the most updated game of all time, the most frequently updated game of all time, something like that. So for me, RuneScape is change. So seeing it carry on and continue evolving and growing is really cool. I have way more time in RuneScape 3 than in any other game, but it's not because it was all in the RS3 era. It's because I played the same character from RS2 to RS3. Like, my character Twinrova on RuneScape 3 is from 2006. Hard mode isn't just no revives. Everything is harder. Mechs are mostly the same with a few tweaks. Yeah, the mechanics. Which, that checks with typical hard modes in RuneScape. Like, maybe they'll change the mechanics a little bit. Actually, I think in the Giant Mole, aren't the mechanics, like, quite different in hard mode? I don't know. Yeah, so it's not literally just, hey, no revives. Only half drops are exclusive to hard mode, though. The big drop from hard mode is really good, though. The other big drops that also drop in normal mode are pretty good, too. So that's cool. So they made it, like, worth your time to do, even in normal mode. That's awesome. Yeah, I love both. I love both games. I'm not completely up to date on like what new things are available in each game. I feel like I could just go like read through the wiki for like hours to try to get caught up. But when I log on and play, it's always fun on either server. What I've been trying to do, actually, on both old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3, is playing through all the quests. So I really feel like the thing that I want to be caught up on the most, rather than just the content, is the storyline. So I've been trying to work through all of the quests in old school and RuneScape 3, and really part of what's kept me behind is I've always played quests in chronological order. Oh, 1 to 2, not half. Okay, that's actually a big difference. Thanks for clarifying that. But yeah, I like to play quests in chronological order, like in release order. Not chronological like the order of the chronology in which the quests occurred in the lore, but their chronology that they were actually like released. So that means that I usually don't immediately play the newest quest, and I want to get to the point where I'm caught up on all the quests so that a new quest will drop and I'm just like right on top of playing it. So that's a goal. Oh my gosh, 37,432 gold pieces. Count them. We are just about 2,500 gold pieces away from 40,000, 40 gold. The amount we need to purchase an adamant plate body and complete our full adamant set of armor. We are closing in on 3 hours of streaming time. This has been quite the grind. This is about how long I thought it would take, but I still have 3 trips to go. So I'm moving a little slow. But this is the home stretch. 3 more inventories and we'll hit our goal. I am so stoked. It's funny because we don't even need the full 3rd inventory. So we might not actually do that. We might, instead of getting a full inventory, maybe cut to the chase. The big focus they went in this one is adding good visual telegraphs for the attacks. Yeah, some fights are really hard when there's barely any telegraphing. It really, what you're making this sound like is a good boss for like learning bossing mechanics to help get people into bossing. That's what it sounds like anyway. Which is really cool. I'm a huge fan of that. If so. You can quite easily see what killed you. That is pretty useful. So you can kind of have like an idea so you can learn and grow and come back better next time. If you don't make it. It's so crazy how the previous big boss had a problem with this. Oh, which one? Which one had that problem? I'm curious. I'm not up to date with all of the latest bosses. I just did some God Wars Dungeon 2 bosses for the first time recently and was learning, I say recently, like this year. Was working my way towards higher tier bossing. One more coal and we can move on. Yeah, might cut the 3rd one short just to hit the goal. I'll have to see how much each sword is worth to truly understand how many steel bars we need. Vorkath. Okay, is that the dragon? Is that the dragon that's in both RS3 and Old School, I think? Yeah, Vorkath is in Old School, but then in RuneScape 3, there's also a Vorkath in the Fort Furin 3 quest series. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I'm excited to check out the Sanctum of Rebirth. Gotta go where the souls are. It's in the underworld. So they're expanding on. It's cool to see preservation grinding with me here. Expanding on the underworld theme. I usually enjoy when they focus on an area for a while. Trying out the crafting meta. Ooh, nice. After hearing Alder's suggestion. If I have another need for a lot of gold, I might try that as well. 29k per hour is insane. In 2 hours, I'd have all the gold I need for a plate body. But yeah, it's cool when they focus content in one area because then when they move on to something else, they left something substantial behind. Like that part of the world really feels fleshed out. It is iron, I believe. Yeah, iron kite shield. I'm going to upgrade it with the mithril square shield. Once I get my full adamant kit, I'll go dungeon delving. We'll train, combat, level up strength quite a bit, and then we'll go kill some ice giants. Yeah, they added it to RuneScape 3 with its own twist on the fight and a different story. Now that's cool. Wow, now you've got me even more wanting to play through the old school quest lines. Yeah, I had the idea of playing old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3 side by side that I thought could be fun. Like trying to do the quests side by side and seeing where they separated. Really just I could actually I might have the smithing to make a steel shield. I might make one after yeah, that's a good point. I might make one retro after I achieve the gold to buy the plate body. Really, I just wasn't even thinking about that because I was so focused on the plate body. When I started this grind, I had just reached the point where I could make a steel... Oh, why am I going this way? LOL. I had just reached the point where I could make a steel short sword. So I don't think I could make even a square shield yet. I think the short sword comes before the square shield. I could be wrong. Yeah, so just haven't thought of it yet. That actually would be a good upgrade, and I should do that to up my armor level before heading into the dungeon, so thank you for that. Great suggestion. Yep, just an iron kite on at the moment. I need to see what level of shield that I can actually smith right now. Yeah, it's cool because this has been quite the grind, but am I gonna hit 40 before we end 40 smithing? Am I gonna get a plate body with 39 smithing? That's gonna be wild if so. But if I hit that, it'll be cool to have earned 40s mining and smithing along the journey. All right, oh my gosh, this is one of the last 3 trips. This is it. It is the final countdown. Can you even believe it? When you first joined my stream all those hours ago, and I said, oh, we're going to hit 40,000 gold today. Did you believe that it could actually happen? I don't know if I did. 38 to make steel square according to the wiki. Yeah, and I'm at 39, so yeah, that'll be the very next thing that I do. Thanks, Retro. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Wow. We're so close. Whoop, 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 whoop. 6 steel bars at a time. We have slowly but surely acquired 1100 GP per trip. Oh my gosh. I'm excited to go delving into the dungeons. See how they're laid out. Fight our way to the end. Okay. Let's make some swords. Yo! Yo, yo, yo. This is the fun part too when other people are playing. It's such a small world that like you're going to see others. You're going to see almost everyone. There's not a ton of places to go, which actually made it really hard when Lappy was hunting me. I'm telling you, if he came out of nowhere to kill me, like if he was waiting for me at the Champions Guild, oh my gosh. I don't know if that's safe. I doubt it. Is the Champions Guild a safe spot from PvP in this? It would totally change things. It would just completely change things if suddenly we were having to be careful again. There are so many episodes in a row where I'm having to like be really careful because I didn't want to get PK'd. Your fastest path to getting an adamant plate body would be to just find me and kill me, honestly. All right, 38,551 gold pieces. We are 1,500, count them, we are 1,500 gold away from 40k. 2 more trips around the horn and we will hit our goal. I'm so stoked. 2 more trips. That's it. This is the next to last run. And the last full run should be. Because we're going to have 1,100 GP. That's going to put us at 39,600. So we're only going to need, like, I don't know, 3 swords or something. Maybe we can do a half inventory for the next one. Let's freaking go. All right, 3 hours and 10 minutes into the stream. 3 hours and 6 minutes into the recording, apparently. Had some setup time up front. Oh my gosh. And of course we get a stubborn coal rock to kick things off this round. The grind is almost at its end. We can move on to a different grind. Goodness. 44 mining means nothing. There we go. There's some coal. Hi. 23 pots and 5 pie dishes will get you to 5 crafting for gold rings. Wow, that's not so bad. Crafting in Draenor. Which are sold for 255 GP each at Grum's. Ooh, that's pretty good. 245 each for a clay ring. Isn't it 1 clay for a ring? Wow, what am I doing over here? Yeah, I'm going to have to try the crafting out as well. You only succeed in scratching the rock. Retro. Why must you roast me like this? Oh, yep. Gold ring is not clay rings, okay. I see. I see, that is a significant difference. You have to be able to mine gold, smith it and stuff to make those rings. Come on, this is my next to last trip. Hand over your coal. Stand and deliver. Welcome back, Alder. I am at 38.5k. I'm on my next to last trip. Gold necklace is at 6, amulets at 8, but yeah, 40 mining is your limiting factor. Yeah, that's what Alder was saying, right? That he trained an alt to just stand and mine gold in Remington, I think he said, and then walk it over to the furnace. Goodness. You only succeed at scratching the rock. The server does not want me to go offline after I after I hit 40k gold. Epic. There we go. How many more? 7 more coal. 6 more coal. 5 more coal. Yeah, this has been a tough inventory. Four to go. All right. That was a little faster that time. Had several stubborn rocks in a row. There we go. 3 to go. Two to go. 1 more, and we're off to the races. Look, we circled around faster than it could respawn. There we go. Off to the races. Nice, nice. All right. We're going to have the full green armor. We're going to have the blue cape. We're going to have the amulet of accuracy. This is going to be full on 2001Scape, fashionscape. Yeah, I mined gold in the Ghost Town dungeon on my main account. You can trap the skeletons down there, but it's kind of a pain. You can also just tank them for passive combat XP if you have the gear. Funny that it's Ghost Town in 2001Scape. I have the like 15 years of RuneScape or whatever book, 20 years of RuneScape. Can't remember which one it is. 2001 to 2021 would be 20 years. I think that's what it is. And it has a map of RuneScape from really early on that has Ghost Town, and it has some other weird stuff. Oh, here's a random update for you. My wife got me a board game table and an overhead mount, like a camera mount, so I can actually record. Like, it was just my birthday, so she got that for my birthday. So now I can record down overhead, like, pretty well for a game. So I think I'm going to try recording, like, a RuneScape Kingdoms board game Let's Play on here. Because I have the RuneScape Kingdoms board game as well. So that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. So and you can play it completely solo, like RuneScape. You can go and try to like max out a... Thanks a ton, appreciate that. Yeah, it was the 23rd, so 5 days ago. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. I know, it's really cool. The very first thing that I did with it, which led me to this stream, was I recorded playing around with an Arduino. I was doing some like overhead kind of programming electronics, playing around with making another channel for nerdy like computer science and computer engineering stuff, and then decided it had been too long, far too long since I recorded a RuneScape video. But yeah, so expect some RuneScape Kingdoms gameplay in the near enough future. Wow, the iron doesn't even want to give itself up for my next to last run. Oh my gosh, 2 more iron, and we can head to the furnace. I'm so stoked. 38,551 gold pieces. Okay, Alder, I have a math assessment for you. Just your vague judgment. You know, no specific calculation necessary unless you want to. Ironman tabletop. I know. That's hilarious. I definitely should call it Ironman. This RuneScape Kingdoms board game, Ironman mode. That's funny though, because when you play as a group, it really does help out because different people can specialize in different skills. Like it seems like a team of 2 or 3 in that board game would really be optimal. And there are boss fights. Like the base game comes with Delrith, Count Draenor, Elvarg, and Tistok Jad, but not in the same relative strength as they are in the real game. So, like Jad isn't tougher than Elvarg when he's much tougher in the real game. But whatever the case, someone mentioned earlier, Alder, that I maybe am holding Iron Jad. Y'all are killing me right now. Alder, someone else earlier, I think it was Flamber, said that I might be holding 1% of all of the gold in 2001Scape right now. And at that point I had 30,000 gold pieces in my inventory, which would imply that 3 million gold is in existence in 2001. And so I'm actually curious, how much gold do you think really is in existence in 2001Scape? Is there any way to query the difference in the total amount of gold pieces in banks and inventories across the server between 2001 and preservation? That would actually be interesting stats to hear. Maybe we should ask Log if he can, or if they can go query those numbers from the database. Like, how big is each economy comparatively? And it'd be interesting to track, like, if people that owned RPG game servers made it possible to track economy changes over time. Like, there's like a RuneScape economy index that I used to follow on Wikipedia a long time ago, on the RuneScape wiki, to see like the general health of the economy, because I thought it was funny when I was a kid. Really depends on what the new people did for crafting, but total guess, less than 10 mil or greater than 10 mil. I spent about 4 mil on runes, you think. That's what yeah. So that makes sense to me. I was thinking that someone, and I just didn't piece together that it would have been you, because you spent a ton of money on runes for good magic, right? So I was thinking that 3 million was probably a low guess, but it probably wasn't as low as you'd expect, because the economy can't be very big, because you have lots of people joining for a very short time, but then a few people playing for a very long time. So not quite 1%, but it is a lot for 2001. Yeah. Yep, makes me a good PvP target. But don't worry, I will dump all this money shortly. I will fight for my life if anyone comes for it. It'd be funny if you could make it a goal to own 1% of the gold on a server, because you can generate gold from nothing, right? So you don't have to take it from others. You can just amass gold until your ratio is 1%. But it sounds like if you said, oh, I own 1% of the gold on the server, it sounds like you've amassed 1% of everything in a finite yeah, you know what I'm saying. Okay. Whoa. 39,670 gold pieces. We need 2 swords. That's it? Oh no, we were selling them for like 200. We need like 3 swords. Oh my gosh. This is the last inventory of swords. We need 4 coal right now. Hopefully I'm getting... well, we need it actually to get to and 40. So 670 plus 600 would be... yeah, that would be good. I think we just need 3 steel short swords. I think that's all we need. This is the last trip. Oh my gosh. And then we will go and purchase an adamant plate body. I'm so freaking excited. It's the final countdown. Yep, I'm definitely going to, because it's been a pretty good session, I'm definitely going to drop after getting the plate body, but that'll be my plan at the start of the next session. I will make the shield, and then I'm probably going to go exploring, like maybe the Varrock Sewers or the Edgeville Dungeon. Not exactly sure which yet, but I'm going to go and, yeah, get into some combat. But I definitely want to make the steel shield so that I can up my armor rating for combat training and for general safety in an open PvP server. 2001Scape is so fun. There we go. Yeah, hopefully 3 swords is all we need. Because then 3 iron is all we need. How much do we need for a shield? Should we just go ahead and do this inventory so we can make the shield right now? Why not? I guess if we're already gonna go through the effort of walking around, we might as well do the full final inventory. This is the slowest part, so if we just knock this out now, we're already the way I'm rationalizing this to myself is we're already a third of the way through the inventory, so you might as well. What kind of pie is this? Red berry? Not even a meat pie. I could have dropped it. Cool. And I guess I won't go all the way to 14. I'll just do 12 because we won't need the extra coal before we move on. So actually, Retro, I'm going to do that today. Sweet. I think one more. The last coal. I'm going to start zooming out right now. Just be aware of any last minute PKers. Don't want to... If I was a PKer planning to assassinate me right now, this is the moment that I'd be waiting for to do it. So I'll just keep my head on a swivel, although I don't think we're going to run into any problems. Don't think I'll get stream sniped. Honestly, it is. Like, if I was Lappy, this would be the moment to come after me. Like, it doesn't matter if you're... Warning, XXS is shooting at you. Exactly, yeah. It would be Lappy. Like, prepared or not, if someone has 40k gold on them, why not go take your shot? JK, I don't have 40k gold on me. I've got 39,670 gold pieces on me. I even tried to be kind by keeping my stats all kind of near each other so that you wouldn't kind of phase you wouldn't out-level me. You can't have any of your melee stats more than 10 away from your opponent, right? I think is the limit. That's actually what saved me from Dorothy. Dorothy finally caught me and had like 11 levels away in strength or something. So you could actually break your account for PvP by having like one of your melee stats way higher than the other, and then it would just be way more likely that someone is out of your range in an individual stat, even if they're in your range for your actual computed combat level. Super interesting. It's the final inventory. Four more irons. 3 more irons. And a mining level. Let's go. 45 mining. We're still at 39 smithing. Have we gained 3 mining levels without gaining a smithing level? Oh my gosh. This is so funny. Yeah, if I just dropped the pie, I could have a whole entire extra bar every single load. But then that's the moment. Woo! Congrats! Pie dishes, that's pretty cool, honestly, so you don't have to go stand and pick up pie. Alder says grats. AKA the one with 92 good magic. Such an epic account. And I bet you're high in the overalls too. Let's go see. You have to be front page, right? Yep, number 13. Ooh, you have my lucky number. It's the year I graduated high school. All right, smelting the final inventory of bars. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alder. Yep, 1913. That was a good year. The middle of World War I. Don't think we got involved yet. No, World War I, is that 1914? World War I hadn't started yet? I'm probably messing that up. For some reason, I'm thinking that World War I was 1914 to 1918. That's what I'm thinking. That's probably wrong, but I'll just claim it. Great War hadn't started yet. Everything was grand. That would make me, if I graduated high school, 0013. Yeah. The Roman Empire had just occupied the Middle East when I graduated from a public high school in Roman Britain. Views of the Hadrian Wall growing up. It was actually 1013 BC in Egypt. He played RuneScape Classic on literal scrolls and clay tablets. It is funny that the RuneScape role-playing game, the tabletop dice and paper version, came after. But theoretically, you could have played RuneScape Kingdoms back then with dice and paper, if only they had invented it at that time. Terrible ping. Oh my gosh, you mean like a server, like you're sending scrolls by like pigeon or something to say that you're going to step in a direction. Oh my gosh. Or like when people play a role-playing game over like the mail. No way that we just hit 40 smithing. Wow, that's actually really cool. Okay, I'm going to see if this is enough for 40k 40 gold. Wow, we hit 40 smithing too. What a just epic, like, secondary prize for all of this effort. We have 2 skills in the 40s now. Mining and smithing. Wow. That's so awesome. I know. Yeah, it's really cool. It's awesome when that happens. Whoop, 40,244 gold pieces. Count them. Oh my gosh. Before I buy the adamant plate body, let's go ahead and risk even more time with all of our money. Let's go ahead and see if we can smith the shield with three bars. Shield. Can I do a kite? 42 to do a kite. But can I do a square? Woo! Steel square shield upgrade. $40k tonight. We just did it. We just hit 40k. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Preservation. I am heading to the Champions Guild. Actually, I'm going to sell... let's sell a couple things. Let's sell the iron kite shield. Instead of going to the... Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Instead of going to the kite shield store because it's iron. Steel square shield, iron kite shield. Sell that. And then we'll actually go to the sword shop right here. To sell this extra sword. And then we'll go purchase the plate body. Oh my gosh. We needed the influence from questing to even get into the store. But then once we made it, we needed 40,000 gold pieces. 40,040 to make the purchase. Oh my gosh. Oh, what would be really wild is if someone was standing up in the second floor. Preservation. Here, I'll let you in. I'll hold the door for you. There you go. Come on in. Water's fine. The guildmaster jumped for a second and made me think that someone was coming for me. Is there a boss fight on the second floor for me? Nope, just Villain. Let's freaking go. Okay. Hopefully someone doesn't chase after me. We'll have to run down the hideaway. Want to have a look at what we're selling today? Yes, please. Here we go. Thanks, Bachelor Pad. Thanks for hanging out. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. New adamantite plate mail body. Boom! Wow, we have less than 500 GP, but we have full adamant armor. Let's freaking go. Oh my gosh. Look at it. Look at it. Thank you so much. Wow, that was hours and hours and hours of running in circles. Wow. Wow, with the blue cape for questing and with the amulet of accuracy. This is almost peak 2001Scape. Holy smokes. The only thing that we could do better is a mithril shield And really, eventually, an adamant shield, but that's going to take a lot of time and effort. So instead, we'll just pretend that the only thing we can do is a mithril shield. Big congrats, looks sick. Thank you so much, Preservation. I appreciate it. Let's climb down the emergency escape ladder. I know, basically, third day back on old school RuneScape, full rune armor now. Ooh, congrats, Cody King. Congrats on hitting full rune armor. This is basically that feeling in 2001Scape, because this is the best in the game. Full adamantium, even Wolverine would be jelly. So addictive. RuneScape is indeed addictive. Let's freaking go! Ah! I'm just gonna click in circles. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It feels like getting a 99 or something. Yeah, Alder, I will feel like I, like, quote, quote, beat the game if I kill some ice giants and get a mithril square shield. I also hit my lofty 5 crafting goal. Woo! Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this is it. We'll have a close-up on myself and Preservation to end it. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. In today's session, we grinded out 40,000 gold. I hope you have a great night, Preservation. Thanks again. Appreciate the vote of good luck. We grinded out 40,000 gold, and in fact, we started at, what, 24k? So we grinded out 16,000 gold pieces on our way to, I'm going to say, thanks for everything. Yeah, Preservation was so kind and helpful today. On our way to 40,000 gold for buying the adamant plate body, and we finally did it. We finally completed the Alder Tiers challenge. In the next session, we are going to dive into combat. We've completed all the quests in the game. We have almost the best gear in the game. There's only one piece of gear to acquire through combat. That is the mithril square shield. So I'm going to go dungeon delving, exploring the different dungeons of 2001Scape in the next episode. And we're going to work towards... nice. We're going to work towards getting that mithril square shield next. What do all the little squares do? So yeah, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. What's my outro? Let's see. Thanks again for watching. I'm Twinrova, and this has been episode 31 of Let's Play 2001Scape. Until we meet again, happy scaping, and fight on!